What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, family? It's your boy, Mr. OK Izzy, in the mother freaking building, man. Shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to people that's been supporting me for the past couple of weeks, past couple of months, past couple of years. Much appreciation to you. Now, first of all, I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and also hit that notification bell for those of you who want to continue to see more of this real content. Okay. Now let's get right on into it, right? Let's get right on into it. The title of the video is called Black Women Don't Want the Truth. So they lie, so they lie to themselves. And also this is a response to a YouTube channel called Black Women Wake Up. Now, one of my fellows sent me this video and it was really very intriguing because this black woman here basically said, "No, I want you." I didn't watch it in full. I watched this video probably for about 45 seconds, and I said, you know what, this deserves a live reaction. This deserves basically me just giving my raw, uncut reaction to it, and y'all as well. So let's get right into it. I want to pour this video. I want to pour this video. So, I'm going to have black women. I'm a black man.
Black women, you are the most Black women, you are the
Mic check. One, two. I think we good now. I think we good now. I think we good now. Zone, let me know if you can hear me better now because I don't know what just happened. Uh, for those of you who didn't hear me, okay, I'm going to say everything I said again. Hit that like button, subscription button, and again, we are going to be breaking down a video on a black woman speaking on uh, certain situations. Now, my video is called "Black Women Don't Want the Truth," so they lied to themselves, and this is a response to a YouTube channel. One of my good friends had sent me this channel and wanted me to react to it. I listened to it for 45 seconds, and I thought to myself, you know what? This deserves a live reaction. I don't even want to go too deep into it. Let me go live with this one. I want me and the people to react to this one. Shout out to my boy Zone, making sure your boy Mr. OKL is on point. At first, the sound wasn't on point, but I had to make sure it was on point. Appreciate you, Zone. So, all right, let's get right on into this. Let's get right on into this video, guys. We are going to do a live review on a black woman that is stating a few things that I know that you guys and myself as black men are going to disagree with. Let's get right on into this motherfucking video.
on earth. I repeat, Black women, you are the most submissive women on earth, who is also loyal, supportive, and sweet. And don't let any Black man tell you otherwise. He's the only one walking around.
Now I want y'all to hear that. This woman just I'm going to run it back. She just lied to the world. She said that she's speaking to the black woman and she said, "Black woman, you are the most loyal and submissive woman on earth." And then also follows by saying that you are sweet. Okay? How sweet is the black woman today? The woman that you can't even ask to smile. The woman that if you try to tell her, "Hey, how you doing this day today? Good morning," she calls you a lame for that. The woman that caters to the pookies, that mistreats her, has hot girl summers, goes to the club, shakes her butt, do all this fucking unladylike shit. But when the right guy comes to her with respect, she disregards him. This is the sweet black woman that this lady is talking about. Let's continue. I'm gonna run it back so we can extract this, guys.
Black women, you are the most submissive woman on earth. I repeat, Black women, you are the most submissive women on earth, who is
Lie.
also loyal, supportive, and sweet. And don't let any Black man tell you otherwise. He's the only one walking around begging for submission from their women, which he does not deserve.
Now I want you to peep something. She says, "Don't let any other black man tell you otherwise." I'm gonna translate the womanese right now for you guys. That means don't let the judges of you, because basically we are the ones that see them and they're the ones that see us. So we can't tell them anything, guys. Don't let the black men who go through breakups, don't let the black men who are going through child support, don't let the black men who are being divorced because the black woman is unhappy, don't let those black men tell anybody anything. Okay? Don't let that black man tell anyone anything. I speak for my competent black men. I don't speak for the minority that these black women are letting destroy the community. I don't speak for the Pookies, Ray Rays, multiple. I don't speak for the whore makers and the dudes that are creating multiple baby mamas and not giving a fuck. We don't speak for them on this side. We speaking for the competent men here. We speaking for the men who actually want to be in their children's life. So what she's saying, guys, is don't let these men speak. Don't listen to these guys. Let's run this lady back. She needs to be broken down. She needs to be broken down.
He's the only one walking around begging for submission from their women that he already gets. It's all
Now, she says the black man is the only man walking around begging for submission, which he already gets. She said black men are walking around begging for submission from the woman, which he already gets. We're not begging you for submission anymore, black women. We are telling you about yourselves and we're asking for what every man asks for out of a woman. We're not begging you for submission, and we don't get it. I'm strong and independent does not scream submission. I don't need a man does not scream submission. I bring money to the table, so my dreams and my aspirations should be brought to the table too as a woman, and my career and my money should be brought to the table too as a woman, does not scream submission to the black man. He got to make 100K or better, does not scream submission to the black man. What I'm saying, ladies, is this: you are not submissive, black women. You have not portrayed a submissive role. You have not portrayed a submissive role. And as soon as the black man tells you so, you have points of contingency. I'm going to let her run her mouth and we'll get to the comments in a few.
a psychological game and scheme with Black men. And you have Black women constantly running on hamster wheels, thinking they're not submissive enough, trying everything that they can to be more submissive to please the Black man. It's not going to work because a Black woman can't please a Black man. Actually, almost no woman can please them, but especially a Black woman.
Did you hear that, guys? She said a black man cannot, a black woman can't please a black man, and almost all women can't please a black man. I beg to differ, because there are a lot of women, plethora of women who are pleasing black men, getting black women jealous, uptight, and enraged because black men are going their own way. So when you see LeBron James' son going to a prom with a white girl, you get mad and you go on a Twitter rage. But this black woman wants to sit here and say no one can please the black man. Lady, don't try to bring everybody in your boat. Black women are in their own boat today. They've created their own culture, separated from the black man. They are not white. They are not any different nation. Black women have single handedly told the world they are their own nation and they don't have men in their nation. They're their own people. They have their own struggle. The black man is not even a part of their struggle anymore. Let's continue, guys.
because it's submissive enough, trying everything that they can to be more submissive to please the black man. It's not going to work because a black woman can't please a black man. Actually, almost no woman can please him, but especially a black woman, because it's not about you being submissive or any of that other stuff that they make up. It's just the fact that you're black and they prefer the women that, like someone said, come out of another man's ball sack. That's it. So for the black women that is still hoping and wishing for a black man or that's with a black man, um, you're not going to be able to do anything right. Okay, so you can keep running the hamster wheel. You can take the weave out, or you put the weave in. You could have attitude, or you could not have attitude. You could be freaky in bed, or you could not be freaky in bed. You could be fat, you could be skinny. It doesn't matter. He don't want you. He don't like you, and he's making up all these excuses to try to make themselves look good. Black is not a suitable mate. Don't fall for it. If you still want a black man, don't.
Now you see all the crab legging she doing. You see how she just lying and sitting there and saying that, they are literally doing everything, any and everything they can for black men, and it will never be enough. See, this is a bitter woman who has already lost. She's a loser, so she want to bring everybody in hell with her. So what she has to do is tell. Look what she said in her sentence, her dumb rhetoric. She said, "Eat," like she's speaking to black women, even who are in relationships with black men. You're not going to be doing enough. So this is that Lilith mind state. She she didn't speak to everybody in this earth. So you're putting a message out to a woman who is most possibly in a relationship with a black man, and they got everything right. Not perfect, but everything right. So you mean to tell me you are still going to try to deter this woman's mind, even though she's in a good relationship? I want to get to some of the comments real quick. Shout out to MGTOW Maddie. Appreciate you for joining the motherfucking panel. Go your own way, gentlemen. Live free. MGTOW is the way to go, especially when you are looking for a scapegoat from female problems, family problems, friend problems, just any problems around your life. Go MGTOW and just work on yourself. Remain on your purpose. I appreciate that message. Warband punity. We will look up the definition of that soon. William Head says black women are about as sweet as a salted lemon. Ooh, and you know the face you make when you eat a lemon alone. So I get what you're saying when you say that. McTow Meddy again. He says I have no idea what black men see in fat ass, bad tempered woe moan. I can't believe you actually plugged them. Laughing and also says must be why the stereotype is exact opposite. I understand what you're saying, McTow. I understand where you're coming from. Stephen Teed says she's speaking for herself. She don't know how to please a black man. Either she's lame in the bed or she always stay dry. And I know what you mean by that. She probably don't like giving head with a loud mouth. 100. Steven, it goes deeper than that. It don't even have to be sexual. She doesn't. She probably doesn't love black men. She probably had a mother that told her black men ain't shit. Mind you, I've did a little bit of research. She has hashtag divested Twitter, so that tells me that I think she's a divested black woman here. I think she's a divested black woman. Let's continue.
Don't fall for it. It's all the most submissive women on earth, period.
I don't want to pause it, but that's a huge crab leg. I'm gonna have to put Stephen T's comment back up again. Black women are the most submissive women on earth. All right, I'm in America, okay? So if we're talking about on earth, I don't know, man. You guys are influencing a lot of people. So I can speak for America and I can also speak for Haiti. Black women are not submissive in America, and black women are being less submissive in Haiti. Black women are teaching other third world countries how to be promiscuous thoughts. That's why you see a lot of African women wearing wigs and wearing makeup and doing all types of shit like American women. You see English women. Black women in England are the same as black women in America. Black women are not the most submissive women on earth. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't see the passport brothers going out of the country and finding other black women. And I'm not saying you can't, but it just speaks volumes. Black women have some type of spiritual dysfunction going on with them. I'm going to have to travel and try to meet some black women from different countries, etc. But let's just stick to the black women in America. They are not the most submissive at all, whatsoever, period. Not. They're teaching the world how to be in opposition of submission. If I'm crab legging, let me know. If I'm lying, let me know. Today, black women are showing the world how to be strong, independent, and not need a man. The most submissive, hell no. I beg to differ.
Okay, we do everything these Negroes want us to get. Okay, we do everything these Negroes want us to do. We do everything. We just do everything, basically. Okay, and they're liars. And I just be glad when Black women wake up and realize that they weaponize everything against you. Now they have perverted submission until I actually hate that word now, submissive. Submission. They threw other races of women up in your face and said, oh, these women are submissive and the black woman isn't. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. And black women, if you really, really think about it and realize what submission is, you would know in the black man's perverted way of thinking about submission, man, you let the black man turn you into a blow up sex doll.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Letting the black man use you means you submit to a black man? Are you kidding me? So you mean to tell me that you let somebody use you, you submit to that person, and you don't judge your own character? Because last time I checked, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I do a deal with somebody and he steal money from me, why would I go back and do a deal with him and think he's the bad guy and he's the dummy? I'm the dummy for continuing to deal with that motherfucker. So you ladies, what I'm saying is this. I'm tired of you black women dealing with ain't shit black men, number one. Number two, dealing with black men that you know only wanted to have sex with you. Number three, dealt with black men who used you as a side piece and you knew he was in a relationship, but you were sexually attracted to. And number four, you guys are choosing the bums that you keep talking shit about. I'm tired of you choosing all of these men. And once you're done with them, once you're done having babies with them and giving them your best years, You turn around and say, "Hey, black women, we give all black men the best." No, you don't. No, you don't. The bell in the building, he says, cold fries will trigger only black women to kill. I feel that. I feel that. Let's continue with this rhetoric.
That the black, you cook for him, you clean for him, you give him immortality.
Whoa, you cook and clean for him? What? Hold on, what she just said?
Blow up
She's talking. See, she's talking like a queen mother goddess. Let me hear that again.
sex doll. You give him immortality even though he doesn't deserve it because he can't provide or protect. um you do more. You do more than the white woman. You do more than, and you get treated the worst by your men. And you do the most. You're the most submissive. You're the most loyal. You're the most supportive, and you get treated the worst. This is what you get. So, black men's whole submission scheme scam is just really, they're trying to break the black woman down more. That's all it is. Because black men's definition of a black woman being submissive means shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Let me cheat with whoever I want to cheat with, whether it be a man or a woman. If I ask you to do a threesome, you better do it. I want you to be a slave. I want you to cook. I want you to
Wait a second. Did she just say, "Let me cheat on who I want to cheat with, whether it be a man or a woman"? For some reason, every time a black woman talks about black men, she speaks on the most derogatory black men. All right, gay, bisexual, abusers, users, whore makers, etc. Let me let y'all in on a secret. This is just a little tiny little secret. 90% plus of these men are raised by black women. 75% of children are born out of wedlock in the black community up under black women. Most children are raised up under these black women. So the men that they talk about perpetuate something their mothers taught them. Hell of a sons, raised by hell of a mothers. Most black men are not in the house today, not because they don't want to be, but because of the system that's perpetuated. So these women get to claim strong, independent, etc., etc. They get to deal with who they want to deal with. But when things end up detrimental for them, they hit the wall, they end up with children or whatever the case may be, they always do what they do best. Blame the black man for all of their problems. She claims something about sexual slavery. She claims something about black men wanting black women to let them cheat on them whenever he wants to. Most black men can't cheat. Most black men are not having sex with most black women. 80% of black women are dealing with 20% of black men. That's a fact. So there's no way that you can even be talking about the 25 to 30% plus men who are not having sex, let alone are virgins. You can't be talking about these men. So again, I'm tired of these black women speaking for a minority, but broadcasting it for the majority. Black men, we got to take a stand and let these motherfucking bitches know. Like, miss me with the bullshit. Okay, miss me with that motherfucking bullshit.
the black woman down more. That's all it is. Because black men's definition of a black woman being submissive means shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Let me cheat with whoever I want to cheat with, whether it be a man or a woman. If I ask you to do a threesome, you better do it. Um, I want you to be a slave. I want you to cook. I want you to clean. I want you to serve me. That's another thing. Black men love to be worshiped and served. They are the man on the planet that's worshiped and served. No other race of man is worshiped and served by their women like the black man. And they have the audacity to say, we're not submissive, we're not this or that. That's a damn lie. And I want the freaking lie to stop because black women are the most submissive women on planet Earth, period. Black women, I want you to look at this deeper and realize that you're already submissive enough that you don't need to submit anymore. Okay, because all black men trying to do is turn you out. That's all they trying to do. They trying to turn you out. They're trying to break your spirit. They're trying to break you down and make you feel like you're not good enough and other races of women are doing this and you're not doing that. They want to break you all the way down so that they can have
She has no substance when she speaks. All right, you guys gotta peep when people speak. She doesn't say anything that bears any proof on what she's speaking about. She claims that black women are the most submissive. She claims that black men are the most worshipped, as if we haven't gone through and we're not going through the most hardships. She claims all of this. She claims that we throw it in their faces that other races are submissive. But what she doesn't want to receive is these women are actually more submissive than the black woman. She doesn't want to receive that, guys.
okay, because all black men trying to do is turn you out. That's all they trying to do. They trying to turn you out. They're trying to break your spirit. They're trying to break you down and make you feel like you're not good enough and other races of women are doing this and you're not doing that. They want to break you all the way down so that they can have even more. They already got control of you, of your mind.
Do not let her lie to you. We do not have the black woman's mind. If the black man had the black woman's mind, she wouldn't be wearing Becky wigs. She wouldn't be twerking in the club and going on hot girl summers. She wouldn't have girls' nights out. She wouldn't be going to get her PhD over a man. She wouldn't be bringing baby fucking daddy drama to a man that's single and suitable because that's all they look for. I got 2 kids. I got 3 kids. I got this baby daddy, that baby daddy. They weren't suitable enough. And I had a boyfriend that was ugly, but he got flowers for me and he paid for everything. So the bar is over here. So the next man that comes to me, he better raise the bar high enough for me. They do all this with it. They bring all this shit to us and make it seem like that's golden and we're supposed to deal with that and let you criticize that as a black man. Let you tell them, I don't want to deal with this. Let them know, I like you. I would like to have relations with you, but I don't want to pursue a relationship with you. Let you just keep it honest with them. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Black women are dominating the child support system. Black women are dominating abortion clinics. They are dominating this. So, what in your right mind would make you want to deal with something that is a failing system, which is to say, that is the black woman? You guys are losing today. Not all, but a majority of you are losing today. And I don't care that you think you're a winner because you got your Becky wig, you're strong and independent, you're selling big wigs, you think you a boss because you're making as much as a man and you can pay your own bills. Even though we know you guys go cry in your bubble bathtubs, drinking your wine, we don't care about that shit. Black women, we just want you to get on our program because otherwise you have more and more black men like myself who are single and childless who had a woman abort my child, who had plenty of black women do the things that I talk about to me. And it ain't no who hurt you moment, it's a realization moment. It ain't no none of that. You're speaking to a man like that. We tired of the bullshit and we're going our own way. Kudos to the men who already got families and who already locked in, who already got situations. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. He one of those. Shout out to the men who are already locked down. You guys are lucky in my book because you guys are already in the gate. It's kind of tougher for us single black men in this era today to actually find a suitable woman. Forget that makes us feel good. Somebody that we see legacy with. So as logical thinkers that men are, and as risky as we are, we're risk takers, and as reckless as we are, we will live our whole life without kids because we are unsure that the woman we sleep with and put a seed in is going to make us happy when we 70, 60 years old, or even when we pass. The shit deeper than rap, ladies. The bell says, regardless of what they say, performance and results speaks for itself. No other race of woman try to shame you into buying a lemon. No other race of women try to shame you into doing that. And I want to add on to his point, great, brilliant point. You don't see other races of women shaming men like this, not even the black man. You don't see other races of women behaving like this with men. I mean, you see some of them, of course, but if we pull statistics up, it's not even a majority of their races who are not married. White folks are married at a 52% rate. Chinese and Asians, or whatever the case is, they are married at a 64+% rate. Their divorce rate is less than 30%. White folks' divorce rate is less than 50%. It's only the black community, and Latinos are close, but not nearly as much as us. It's only the black community who have a 33% marriage rate and a 52% divorce rate, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's higher than that. It's only us that's beating everybody in everything that's derogatory. And it all is a reflection of the black woman when it comes to that. Stop blaming black men. Stop it. Stop blaming black men for the bullshit that you guys keep on perpetuating. I posted the link in case somebody want to come off in the building. King God jumps in the building before we started. He says, "Trusted science. Black folk at a genetic crossroads shouldn't be mating with each other." That's a debatable topic. Trust me, people are gonna want to talk about that. But if y'all want to jump in, man, they go to the link. Let's continue with this rhetoric from this black woman.
That's the thing. Black men has control of the black to be worshiped and served. They are the man on the planet that's worshiped and served. No other race of man is worshiped and served by their women like the black man. And they have the audacity to say,
You can't tell that to the passport brothers. You can't tell that to the brothers who are going across seas to get worshipped and served, and they are spoiling the women that are doing that. I ain't talking about the simps. I'm talking about the people that are actually doing what they need to do. It wouldn't be a passport brothers if that was the truth.
man. And they have the audacity to say, we're not submissive, we're not this or that. That's a damn lie. And I want the freaking lie to stop because black women are the most submissive women on planet Earth, period. Black women, I want you to look.
I'm put a one in the chat if black women are the most submissive on the planet. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with her. I just want to. I want to. I want to peep that. I want to peep that. Okay, that's one thing I want to peep. Jolly Breezy in the building. She says, "Okay, well, the two major reasons for divorce is money and cheating. Whites tend to stay employed longer in terms of career. White women don't slip up much and revealing mistresses." All right, so I want to extract that. Two major reasons for divorce is money and cheating. Jolly Breezy, no, that is absolutely incorrect. Okay, that's actually a minority of why people actually divorce. Not only in the black community, but just in general. Women are divorcing men overwhelmingly at a divorce rate of 80%. Women divorce men at 80% rate. And most of the reason is because they're not happy, they feel unfulfilled, and they just feel like with their hypergamous nature, that they can either do better or they just want to explore the world and explore life a little bit more. Okay, so those are not the two major reasons why divorce happens. Absolutely incorrect. Okay, that's false. That's false. I'm gonna keep that 1,000, and we got stats to back that one up. Also says, brothers nowadays keep jobs for less time and are sloppy with cheating. That's not most brothers. That's just a minority of brothers that a lot of y'all are dealing with. Negative 1 plus 2. That's an insight if y'all ain't catch that. Also, Jolly Breeze says that is true. I'm willing to stand on that. Okay. All right. The stats don't back up what you're saying, so that's debatable to me. That's debatable. Darling, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? You know what? I was gonna chill, but what you're not gonna do is just challenge my point. Now, you
Hold on. No,
said,
no. Wait. First of all. How you doing? How's your night going?
right?
You can't do that. Like you got to just come and attack me as soon as you come on the page.
I'm known for coming through swinging, but yes, I'm doing fine. Thank
Okay.
you for asking, and hopefully you are as
Oh,
well. But hey, what I
all
was
right.
saying is,
And all right. Hold on. And then another thing is what you're not gonna do is tell me what I'm gonna do on my page.
for sure. Now listen.
Okay. So all right.
Um,
Go ahead.
all right. So basically, you said because you said those are not the main contributing factors, which is money and cheating, which is what I said, right? But
Yes.
you instead you give the alternatives, which is being unhappy, being unfulfilled. But those are just the byproducts of not having money and cheating.
No, that's not only the byproduct of not having money and cheating. Most women are in happy marriages. They just feel like they could do better and they want to move on, whether it's career, whether they feel like they've had children already and they want to move on. And that's not a byproduct. Those are very much so reasons. A lot of women divorce because of monetary reasons, not because of cheating and not because of money. Because most women
Mo-
are not going to marry a man who doesn't have money.
well, monetary does mean money in translation. That's what money is.
Well, well, I said the wrong word. Not monetary issues. I meant to say not monetary issues, but basically what I'm trying to say is most women divorce men because they are not happy and they just don't feel it, and it has nothing to do with the money and nothing to do with cheating. I'm not saying women don't do that, but that's not a major factor why women divorce men. 100% false.
Okay. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that. And King God, if you're
Any
available to come up
stats, you
here,
don't have any proof to back that up.
I do have proof and I do have stats. In fact, I've read it a while ago, not too long ago. I can refreshen up my memory just so I can, let you know what I know. But I think you should do more research on that.
All right, so let's go there then. So let me ask you this then: are most women, black women, let's go to the black community, are most black women dealing with most black men?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean by most black men? I see a lot
All
of
right.
black women with black men every day.
All right. So, well, you can see that, but statistically speaking, If you lined up, if we talk about 100% of black women and 100% of black men, out of 100% of black men, how much of black women are dealing with those black men?
I would say a healthy 75%.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not even bullshitting. Real talk.
So you're telling me that most black men are dealing with 100% of black women?
Most black men.
Yes, because 75% is more than at 50%. It's more than half. So that's most black men. Most
Well, you
black men are
said
dealing with 100% of black women.
no. You asked me that question in reverse. You said black women dealing with black men. The side, I mean, the other side to that is black men are being more diverse nowadays.
What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say?
Okay, so I would say that black women are dating 75% of black men. However, black men are more diverse in the sense that they're going to other cultures, other ethnic backgrounds, dating outside their race.
What percentage of those black men are doing that, in your
I
opinion?
mm, I would say a healthy 40%.
Wow. So most black men are dealing with black women, and then um a majority.
So
So all
so
right, we got 75% of black men who 100% of black women are dealing with. So that leaves 25% that are not dealing with black women. They're just, I guess, they're virgins or incels or lambs or whatever. And then a well 40% in your mind of black men are divesting or dealing with white races or whatever the case may be. So everybody is dominating. All black men are dominating when it comes to dealing with black women or dealing with other races. But it's a minority of black men who are not dealing with anyone at all when it comes to black women. In other words, what you're telling me is that only a small portion of black men are not dealing with black women.
um so I think this is getting confused here. So just to go back to my point, 75% of black women are dealing solely with black men. 40 I mean 60% of black men are dealing solely with black women.
Let me give you some stats. 54% of black men are childless and unmarried. 64% of those men are in the middle class. 25 to 30% of those black men are either virgins or have not had sex in a year. So that would leave at least 50% of black men not dealing with black women. Now, on the women's side, 80% of black women only see and deal with 20% of black men. I'm going to give you an extra 5%. I'll say 25 just for the hell of it, because a lot of women deal with certain dudes that are broke, that got game or whatever the case may be, might have hit a lick, whatever. But only you guys are only dealing with 25% of us. I don't know where you're getting this 75% ratio.
I mean, I want to know this. Did the consensus come and knock on your door? Were you asked
No, you
a
they
questionnaire?
don't have to knock on my door. You can look it up on a daily basis.
And I can go outside and I can look up what I'm seeing on a daily basis. That's why I'm telling
And
you
but that's anecdotal.
I mean, I would like to kind of get off of the percentages. I mean, and just talk. I would like to ask you, what do you see when you walk outside? What are you
All
noticing on a
right.
day?
All right, cool. Let's do that. So when I walk outside, I see black people. I see a lot of single black mothers. That's what you asking me, I'm gonna tell you. I see a lot of single black mothers, and I see a few black couples, just a little bit. I don't see a lot of black men and black women together.
Okay, so that's very interesting. But since you're seeing it, how do you know that that man is not at work while the mother's out? Like, why are you assuming that these are single black women? Are you going up to the hey, are you single?
Well, no, I'm not.
Okay, so that's an assumption on your part.
I'm gonna take that. You're right. I'm gonna take that because I don't know these people's lives. I just all I know is just I see a whole bunch of kids around them, and I see a whole bunch of attitude, and you know, And it's just like 1 plus 1 is 2. Like this is a single black mother. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being stereotypical here.
You are, because actually what's going on is not 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's 1x plus what plus y equals x. Plus whatever equals y.
You come on now. Let's not play, man. 75% of black children are born out of wedlock. Let's not act like most black women are not single parents. Okay, that
I'm
have children. Let's not act like that's not the case.
I'm gonna agree with that.
You
I'm gonna
don't
shock,
agree with that?
I'm gonna shock you, and I'm gonna agree with that.
All right. So come on, man. Like most black women out here are single parents. So like I would assume that when I see a woman walking alone with kids, taking a bus or whatever the case, that she's a single mom.
You shouldn't assume that. Maybe you like think like the realm that you're in. You need to start asking these women questions.
Well, all right. So were you listening to the video, by the way?
No, I just got in here and heard a couple of things, discrepancies that I disagreed with. So I was like, let
All
me
right.
come up.
So hold on. So you said I should start asking women questions.
But hold on, I get what you're going with this, but let me tell you this. I got in on the conversation that I understood, not the video. I never commented on the video. I commented on the statistics you were presenting. You read
Right,
my
and that was based on the
comments.
video. That was based on the video. I was reacting to what somebody said on the video.
Well, maybe I should just, step my ass down. I'm gonna step down and I'm gonna
Right,
listen to the
right.
video.
So you got triggered, and you know what I'm saying, and you came
I
on,
got
and you
triggered. I
felt some
hit
type of way.
decided to have a conversation with you. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna listen.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, let's get back right on into it. Let's get back into the video, guys. Hit that like button, subscription button, as well as that notification bell. We're gonna run it back just a little bit further, because I need you guys to understand the. You know what? We're gonna start from the top. This ain't even no long video, so we're gonna start from the top for y'all.
Black women, you are the most submissive woman on earth. I repeat, Black women, you are the most submissive women on earth, who is also loyal, supportive, and sweet. And don't let any Black man tell you otherwise. He's the only one walking around begging for submission from their women, which he does not deserve, that he already gets. It's all a psychological game and scheme with Black men. And you have Black women constantly running on hamster wheels, thinking they're not submissive enough, trying everything that they can to be more submissive to please the Black man. It's not going to work because a Black woman can't please a Black man. Actually, almost no woman can please them, but especially a Black woman, because it's not about you being submissive or any of that other stuff that they make up. It's just the fact that you're Black and they prefer the women that, like someone said, come out of another man's ball sack. That's it. So for the Black woman that is still hoping and wishing for a Black man, or that's with a Black man, you're not going to be able to do anything right. Okay, so you can keep running the hamster wheel. You can take the weave out, or you put the weave in. You could have attitude, or you could not have attitude. You could be freaky in bed, or you could not be freaky in bed. You could be fat, you could be skinny. It doesn't matter. He don't want you. He don't like you, and he's making up all these excuses to try to make themselves look good and use you as a scapegoat for the reason why you as a Black woman is not a suitable mate. I'm telling Black women right now, don't fall for it. If you still want a Black man, don't fall for it. It's all game. Black women is the most submissive women on earth, period. Okay, we do everything these Negroes want us to do. We do everything. We just do everything, basically. Okay, and they're liars. And I just be glad when Black women wake up and realize that they weaponize
Recognize
everything against you.
everything that
Yo, peace, God. Good.
What's good, Source? What's happening?
Hey, man, I'm heading to work and shit, but I just want to chime in on what you just said just now. Most black men are not diverse. The majority of black men that I know, and I know a lot of black men, and I travel, so I know black men from all over, not just America, but the Caribbean and Africa and in Europe. Most black men think that they don't have a chance with other women because of how they were groomed by how their mothers raised them. So that's not true. The majority of black men that date outside of the race, whether it be white women or whatever type of other woman that's available to them, are really rare in the and are not the concentration of black men. So that's just a fallacy.
One
That's
hundred
not true.
percent. No, 100%, 100%. Like most, I don't know why they. That's why I say they speak for a majority when they deal with a minority, and that's just disingenuous to the black man.
Yeah, and most black men, you tell them, hey man, that white girl like you. Nah, she racist. That's why she looking at me. Like niggas be arguing with bitches, recording them and putting them on the internet talking about shit Karen. The bitch really just want to talk to you. She don't know how to get to you, and you stupid. So you know what I'm saying? Most of the shit they women be saying is just some shit they made up in their head, yo. Unless she be
Fact,
going
fact.
around the world in 80 days or something, I wouldn't take that shit with a grain of salt. She's talking about niggas in the locality somewhere.
Right. Shit. Let's continue. Let's continue. You gonna stick around, or what? You about to take off?
I got like 30 minutes. I'm specifically driving there so I can get there like 5 minutes because I don't really want to be there, man. They got
All
all
right.
types of
Cool. Cool.
weirdos working. Yeah.
Well, shit. Let's get back to
I'm
the
like,
video.
what's up?
Mm.
Now they have perverted submission until I actually hate that word now, submissive.
And you already know, Source. Whenever unmute yourself and let me know when you want to say something. All right.
Mission. They threw other races of women up in your face and said, "Oh, these
Got
women
you.
are submissive and the black woman isn't." That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. And black women, if you really, really think about it and realize what submission is, you would know in the black man's perverted way of thinking about submission, you are submissive. You do everything. You let the black man use you. You let the black man turn you into a blow up sex doll. You let the black, you cook for him. You clean.
I did a video that kind of went viral, and she says you let the black man use you, blow up sex doll. There was a I believe she was 16 or 18 years old. I don't know. A 16-year-old black girl that went on Ghetto Gaggers, and she let the white man use her as like a slave master type shit. Degrading the black man, degrading the black woman, and that's an epidemic with Ghetto Gaggers. They degrade black women for a couple hundred, couple thousand, whatever the case may be, on video.
Yo, and not for nothing, keep it real, right? When you was younger and you came across that shit, didn't it make you feel some type of way? Even though it's
Of
not
course,
your
what you mean?
girlfriend,
Yeah,
right? So, and that's why it made you feel some type of way because we was groomed to be warriors for the race, right? Meanwhile, our
but
mothers was going out working for people
well,
and sucking.
it didn't make me feel no type of way like hurt or not. It just made me feel a way where these black women are allowing these men to degrade them, not only them but their culture, their race, and their fellow man. Like it was just like wow, like why would you even go on there and degrade just your whole race for a couple thousand in the name of you selling your vagina?
Right.
And these black
They,
and again, these are specific black women going on Ghetto Gaggers. I have a video, might put the link in the description. I have a video of a 16, 17-year-old who got disgrace and banished from her family because she did that. Her father died, mother raised her, took care of her right, but she still went on ghetto gaggers, and these white folks was talking to her like a slave master, talking shit to black men through her, just degrading. You know what I'm saying? And like, what are you
You
talking
know,
about? Like,
you want to know too, like, I find is that all these women that, like specifically the woman in the background talking on the video that you're playing, right? She
hmm
is allowed to talk like that because for the very fact that she comes from a race that actually does worship women, and it's quite the opposite. Because you don't, Muslim women don't get to talk. Arab women, now I ain't going to use religion. Arab women in most of their nations do not get to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to talk
fact.
about. They need to go to an outside branch or Western mediums to express their disdain or whatever they might have with their culture. Um, Even white women to some degree don't get to have that type of expressive, outlet. Black women always be like she's sitting up there just saying all types of shit that nobody really can find valid evidence for. It's just sort of like how she feels, and because she's getting a platform, and like her, thousands of black women are doing that all over the internet daily. They're getting to do this stuff because they have more liberty than most women and more mobility. Black women worldwide. We ain't just talking America or diaspora because they like to always bring up diaspora to say, well, the white man is controlling shit, so that's why we loosen it. Nah, black women all over the planet, they get to control how they project what this race is
Hey,
about. You know
hey,
what I'm
sorts, real quick. You got me on speaker.
saying? Yeah. I'm on. I got. Yeah. Let me lower my car radio down.
Yeah. Try to do that because it's giving feedback.
All right. Let me take off.
All right, while you do that, let me continue the video.
Let the black, you cook for him, you clean for him, you give him immortality, even though he doesn't deserve it because he can't provide or protect. Um, you do more. You do more than the white woman. You do more than Latino woman. You do more than Asian woman. You do the most. And you get treated the worst by your men. And you do the
All right,
most.
let's just keep it real. My men on the panel, I need y'all to like write in the comments. Let me know. Even you, source God, just keep it 1,000. Do black women today do more than the white women, Latino women, et cetera, et cetera? And I'm not talking about from no motherfucking bullshit standpoint of how they feel. I'm talking about as far as being subservient to a man. Do you see a majority of black women doing for the black man? And not even that, because we're gonna speak on what Rodrigo gets from Selena. We're gonna talk about what Jake gets from Ashley. We see them getting that subservient nature. You'll see a Mexican come from another country with his wife, and he'll start off at Family Dollar as a janitor, getting paid $7, $8 an hour, and have a submissive wife at the house. And probably 4 or 5 years later, after three of his cousins moved in while they hopping out that Toyota Camry 6, 7 deep, 6, 7 years later, now they probably own their own landscaping company. But besides that point, their women stick beside them. They're still proud to play that submissive role. You see that in different cultures, but black women, they are good for saying black men ain't shit. You're not good enough. They are good for their hypergamous nature. Pookie is taking care of me. He took me to the club. I rode in his Mercedes. I went to his freaking apartment, and we had good sex for 3 months, but he kicked me to the curb because he found a girl better than me. Like, we go through this time in and time out. So my men, I need to ask y'all this question. And again, be honest, because this ain't no shit where I'm trying to shit on black women. Are black women more submissive than other races today?
From experience, I would say no. Not even my own mother does what the bare minimum that she should do for her children. So I don't have I can't speak for everybody, but if we're talking just experience, and I'm not gonna bring up no stats, but just experience, raw experience, like from my memory,
Nah. I just can't. If I say it, I'll be capping, basically. You know.
Okay, okay. I respect that answer. I respect that answer. Uh,
Yeah.
um, okay. Jalen Breezy says, no, I think black women are least subservient in general. Okay, at least you keeping it real. Don't cap. We don't want no cap on this side. The bell says no. Zone 864 TV says FBA women are the laziest. Come on, man. And this is not to make fun of you guys as black women, as Jalen Breezy says it herself. This is to speak facts. If we're saying 1 plus 1 is 2, no one should get offended. If we say 1 plus 1 is 3, everyone should either be confused or correct that imperfect answer. If y'all get what I'm saying, let's continue. Let's continue. I
Yo,
got you.
God,
I
I'm
got
at the plantation. I'm about to hop in there, man. So I'm sorry. I wish I could be more free to talk about this stuff, but more power to what you're doing, God. Keep bringing the light. Peace.
you. No, no doubt. Peace, brother. You know we're gonna meet up soon.
Definitely.
All right. IRTS TV. The link is in the bio. The link is in the chat. Matter of fact, my bad, my bad. Get right off in there. Anybody who wants to join the panel, let's get right on in here.
You do more. You do more than the white woman. You do more than Latino woman. You do more than Asian woman. You do the most. And you get treated the worst by your men. And you do the most. You're the most submissive. You're the most loyal. You're the most supportive. And you get treated the worst. This is what you get. So, black men's whole submission scheme scam is just really
Ma'am, that's submission is not a scheme or a scam. All right. And it's not a black man thing. It's a man's thing. A man wants a woman to submit to him, and it's understood that a woman wants the right man to submit to. Okay, which is why we talk about it all day. Men, get on your mother freaking purpose and make sure you're the best version of yourself. I'm not one of these Kevin Samuels or Crush and Fit dudes that's going to tell you you need to make 100K a year and get a Lamborghini or do this and do that for you to get the right woman or for you to get women. I'm not going to tell you that. I want you to be the best version of yourself because the right woman will get on your program when you are the best version of yourself. Okay, so don't get my message twisted from that. But like I said, man, men should be on their top purpose so that a woman should submit to his purpose and the right woman should do so. The wrong woman is a hypergamist who is never satisfied. Not to say that most women are not satisfied, because most women are dissatisfied, don't know how to control their emotions and their urges. But as long as she has a grounded man and grounded men around her, hence fathers, maybe brothers and uncles, or a strong husband, or whatever the case may be, then that should balance out her mind. So, this is why you should be that strong, balanced man.
they're trying to break the black woman down more. That's all it is. Because black men's definition of a black woman being submissive means shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Let me cheat with whoever I want to cheat with, whether it be a man or a woman. If I ask you to do a threesome, you better do it. Um, I want you to be a slave. I want you to cook. I want you to clean. I want you to serve me. That's another thing. Black men love to be worshiped and served. They are the man on the planet that's worshiped and served.
Last time I checked, the pro black community was screaming Queen Mother Goddess. I don't hear nobody saying King Father God, Black brother, you the God. I hear everybody saying Queen Mother Goddess. Let's hear this lie out of this black woman's mouth one more time, guys.
If I ask you to do a threesome, you better do it. Um, I want you to be a slave. I want you to cook. I want you to clean. I want you to serve me. That's another thing. Black men love to be worshiped and served. They are the man on the planet that's worshiped and served.
Last time I checked, everybody was saying the black woman is God. Don't you worship God? Don't you serve God? And the black woman loves to be called the goddess, the yoni goddess. Put that yoni egg in her vagina, become a reborn virgin, and all of a sudden she got the ankh on her neck. She's probably wearing some crystals. You know what I'm saying? She knows her zodiac. She knows your north node. She know what mood you get in when the moon is turning this way and that way, and all of a sudden she should be worshipped. Y'all know what I'm talking about? These yoni goddess, this pro-black bullshit. Black women are the ones that are being worshipped in the community, not black men. And black women have taken on that persona of being worshipped. They love when black men pander to them, which is why they even raise their sons to pander to them. Need I say more?
No other race of man is worshiped and served by their women like the black man. And they have the audacity to say, we're not submissive, we're not this or that. That's a damn lie. And I want the freaking lie to stop because black women are the most submissive women on planet Earth, period. Black women, I want you to look at this.
My goodness. The bell says, why would submission have to be a scam? If by her lie black women are already the most submissive, this lady is drunk. Bro, she's drunk. She not drunk, bro. She high on crack. You can't say this if you was drunk. You gotta be on some type of hardcore drugs to say some dumb shit like that, man. You got to.
Black women are the most submissive women on planet Earth, period. Black women, I want you to
Man, shout out to Ray Hammer, the Hammer Force, man. I appreciate you for the accolations. Um, I appreciate you for the love, man. I do this for y'all. I do this for therapy. I do this for God. Let's get it.
look at this or that. That's a damn lie. And I want the freaking lie to stop because black women are the most submissive women on planet Earth, period. Black women, I want you to look at this deeper and realize that you're already submissive enough that you don't need to submit anymore. Okay, because all black men trying to do is turn you out. That's all they trying to do. They trying to turn you out. They're trying to break your spirit. They're trying to break you down and make you feel like you're not good enough and other races of women are doing this and you're not doing that. They want to break you all the way down so that they can have even more. They already got control of you, of your mind. That's the thing. Black men has control of the black woman's mind. And that toxic demon semen that he's inserting in you.
Now, I want to point something out. Black men do not have control of the black woman's mind. And that's not even a competition thing. Most black men are not in the house when it comes to raising black children, which include black little girls. They grow up to become women and ladies or whatever you want to call them without the guidance of men. So even besides that, they don't have black men in their lives because of the simple fact that most black women have children out of wedlock. That's just simple, simple math. Silent Breezy says this is by program. Grandma and mommy said be strong. This type of thinking is mental uh, retardation. 100%, 100%. And just like you said, grandma and mommy, not grandpa and father. Grandma and mommy, the one that taught them this shit. Like I said, lack of fatherhood brings lack of masculinity, and then that's when women lack the attraction to masculine men, which is why she's saying, you guys submitted enough. You submit. Ain't no fucking level to submission. When you submit to something, you submit to it. When you stop submitting, you stop submitting. That's just what it is.
Black men has control of the black woman's mind. And that toxic demon semen that he's inserting in you, I would I would I would stop that completely. I would.
I hope y'all heard that. I'm gonna run that back one more time.
And that toxic of your mind. That's the thing. Black men has control of the black woman's mind. And that toxic demon semen that he's inserting in you, I would I would I would stop that completely.
Great point you just brought up, the bell. He says this is a fake Cynthia G. Absolutely correct. All what she said, this toxic demon semen, that is to say, guys, that she's allowing these so-called toxic masculine black men to insert inside of you. So you're speaking on women that are allowing men to have sex with them. And you see, the accountability has to fall on your part when you allow a man to insert inside of you, which is why I do a segment all the time. It's called Who Controls Access to Sex and Who Controls Access to Relationships. Many people get it confused because they be like, oh, I'm a man. And if I lay down with a girl, if I get in a room with a girl, then I'm going to automatically be able to have sex with her. Men control sex. I didn't say sex, I said access to sex. A woman has to allow you inside of her. So, what type of caliber of man is this woman attracting and allowing inside of her? See, this is what these women don't want to talk about. They don't want to peel back the layers of that onion because you know when you cut an onion, you peel the layer back, you start to cry and it start to get deep. They don't want to go to that level. They don't want to go deep with it. They want to stay on the surface where that shit is stale and you just rip off the skin that you don't fucking use on that motherfucking onion. If y'all get what I'm saying in that analogy. This is a fake Cynthia G.
I would wear a condom because certain in you, I would I would I would stop that completely. I would wear a condom because
How the fuck can you wear a condom? You are a female. Do you see how delusional and stupid this motherfucking bitch sound, bro? I would wear a condom. What is you, a transsexual? Fuck out of here.
and that toxic demon semen that he's inserting in you, I would I would I would stop that completely. I would wear a condom because somebody did a video called the semen warfare. I don't really want to say her name. I don't know if she want me to mention her name, but it's a really good video and it goes deep into all of that with what black men is doing. Actually, it's about men, period. But I'm just saying black men because black women are really suffering right now under black men, and it's semen warfare. Okay, like she said.
51% of black men are single and childless. More than half of us don't have kids. What the fuck are you talking about? You're suffering through warfare when it comes to semen warfare. Is it because of your hot girl summers? Is it because of that? Is it because you're having babies out of wedlock with the wrong men? Is it because multiple men are having sex with multiple women and a minority of them are getting a majority of you guys pregnant? I think that's the case. Like I said, I can't stress it enough. The stats don't lie. 51, more than half of black men don't have kids. I ain't talking about abortion. I'm not talking about they never had kids before. Okay? So what she's saying is pure rhetoric. Pure rhetoric.
Black men is doing. Actually, it's about men, period. But I'm just saying black men because black women are really suffering right now under black men, and it's semen warfare. Okay, like she said, but that's making you that makes you more submissive too. So I know black men is lying. Black men just flip everything and
So you more submissive because you're getting nutted in. I want y'all to listen closely to this Jezebel. Listen closely to this what this lady just said.
With what black men is doing. Actually, it's about men, period. But I'm just saying black men because black women are really suffering right now under black men, and it's semen warfare. Okay, like she said, but that's making you that makes you more submissive too. So I know black men is lying. Black men just flip everything and point the finger. That's all they do. Okay. So I don't want black women to believe none of their rhetoric. It's bullcrap. You are the most. I know I keep repeating it, but I want to keep repeating it. I'm repeating it for a reason. You are the most submissive woman on planet Earth. It's a fact. It's a fact.
No, it's
You
not.
do everything. We go head over heels. We do more than any other woman on the earth for our men. We worship them. We give them everything and they don't appreciate it. Where has it gotten us? So that's basically all I wanted to say. Don't let black men lie to you and break you down any more that you're already broken down dealing with them, saying you're not submissive.
That was about the dumbest bitch I ever heard in my life. Shout out to the subscriber that I got that sent me the video. There you have it, man. There you have it, man. And it's sad to say that a lot of black women, though they're not as dumb as her, they do think like her, which makes you as redundant as her. You understand what I'm saying? For the most part, I just wanted to point out some of the arguments and the detriment that we do get. Black women say they are submissive. They say that they do everything for us. Yet, I haven't seen everything done for me, and most black men can say that we have to fight to get things done for us. Now, I've had a lot of women do a lot of things for me, but I had to work for that. I had to build status for that. I had to be in certain positions for that, and I'm not mad at it. I'm okay with that. That's just human nature. So it's redundant and it's rhetorical and it's stupid to sit there and say that a woman alone is doing the most for a man when a woman's innate nature is hypergamy, which is to look for a man who can protect and provide for her in many forms. In the dating market, if you're taking a girl out, you better be able to have swag, pick her up, pay for the dinner, etc., etc. If you don't do that, then that checks some things off of the mark book, if you get what I'm saying. Hey man, look, the bell. Hopefully it was. Hopefully it was. No, you know what? It is a woman though. I've seen a few her other videos. She got a whole YouTube channel. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me look at some of the comments too. Matter of fact, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually look at some of the comments too because what didn't make sense to me is when you see some of these videos, you see a lot of women, see a lot of people motherfucking agreeing with this type of shit, and then literally kind of exposing their mind states and how they really think. Right? I'm not here to get anybody triggered, mad. I'm here to expose the truth on what's really going on. Let's look at some of these motherfuckers. Oh, she turned the comments off. Okay. She turned off the comments, guys. You know what that means when they turn the comment off. You know what that means. She knew she was gonna get some chastisement or some shit like that. But guys, we definitely did reach the end of the goddamn video. I appreciate everybody for joining the goddamn live. Okay, hold on. The bell in the building. Let me get him on. Hold on, the bell. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? I
Not
I
much,
didn't
not
want to
much.
get I didn't want to get Umar'd.
No, I did a little
So
bit of research. I've
um,
been making it. I've been planning on making this video like months before, so I did my research on this modern
okay.
woman. Yeah.
Um, wish I could interview the bitch because a lot of the shit she was saying was wasn't accurate. It's all like most of the shit she was saying was like out of bitterness, and a lot of the shit just didn't have no validity to it.
Whatsoever.
When you talk about being submissive, you are not the most submissive. You are the most disrespectful. You are the most outrageous.
You are the most obese.
Yeah, you are the most a lot of negative shit. But submissive is not one. Argumentative. Just about every number one in every negative category. And last.
Yo. LaBelle, you still there, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear the last part when I said last in every good category, first in the worst?
Again.
She's first in the worst, last in the best.
That make a lot of sense.
If she was like, like she's saying the black woman is under the black man, I don't think so. Because if that was the case, it'd be more cooperation. And a lot of the problems that that black women and black men are having is the miscommunication, and it's like a lot of self-awareness is not there. Like when a man tells you to lay off the makeup, lay off the weave, they're not listening to that. When a man is telling you, hey, you don't need no BBL, just go to the gym, they're not listening to that. And then they act like the things that they're do is not for a man, it's for them. So it's a lot of selfish shit going on. You know what I mean? So when you talk about the qualifications of a man and a woman's relationships, a woman is mostly talks about what she wants and what she requires from a man. It's never what she's willing to offer or what her role is supposed to be in the relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it seems like most of these men are always trying to qualify theirself for the woman. A man has to get his shit together. A man has to provide. A man has to do basically put his life on the line. When's the last time you heard a woman, especially any woman, killing for a man?
Never.
But niggas kill for bitches all the time.
It's a fact.
And it's usually black bitches.
That's a fact.
Because it's usually the black bitch to get the nigga in the twist.
That's a fact.
Saying?
Just recently, I don't know if it was a black mother or auntie, but she called her son because I guess her fries were cold at McDonald's. So her son came through and shot one of the co-workers.
Right.
The proof is in the pudding, man.
Yeah, I just I mean, like the earlier conversation when you was having with Breezy, what were you guys saying as far as percentages of? I mean, because I think the majority of every race fucks with the majority of their own race.
Except right, but basically what she was saying was black women, like most black women, or basically 100% of black women, are dealing with 75% of black men.
100%, 70.
Let's go with 90% to be nice. 90% of black women are dealing with 75% of black men.
I don't know what the percentage is exactly or whatever, but I guarantee you at least 90% of black women are dating black men. And the number is probably like around 75 to 80, 75 to 80 of black men dealing with strictly black women. There's not that many. I mean, because if I mean, first of all, there's about what 2 million more black women than there are black men.
That's right. That's right. You're right about that.
Um, I think, I mean, you know, as far as black women dating out outside of their race is a rarity, and I say it's a rarity because it seems like it's a trend, and it's a trend because you have to label your relationships. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You got to label your relationships as I'm swirling, diversity, all that old type of shit. Black men don't do that. Black men have never did that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And then I would even argue that a minority of black men are dealing with women outside of their race. So and I agree with Jalen when she says that what she said. That's what she said. I agree with you as well. But what I was saying is, 90 to 100% of black women are not dealing with the 75% of black men. And what I
Oh,
mean by that is this: if you put 100 black women in a box and 100 black men in a box, 100 of those women are not shooting for 75 of those black men. 90 of them are shooting for 20 to 30 of them black men because it's a hierarchy. I mean, this is just
uh,
with women in general. So I'm not disagreeing with y'all point, but what I'm saying is mo- black women are not dealing with the majority of black men. They're dealing with a minority of black men, which is why they have a lot of babies by a minority of black men. If you get
mm,
what do you if you got a point,
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
me. Let me know what you're thinking.
yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying as far as like, I mean, if you go to any hood, any black community, there's going to be, I mean, because with another stat you said, as far as 51% of black men are single and childless,
Right.
right? But
Hmm.
the single mothers are single mothers with black children.
Right.
So I mean, just because the relationship didn't work or whatever, it doesn't mean that the black women don't desire black men, because they still fuck with black men. They're just
I agree with
limited
you.
in their options.
I agree with that. I ain't
And
gonna lie.
and I
I
and
can't
I
even.
and
Yeah.
I and black men have more options than black women.
You say what again?
Black men have more options of dating outside their race than black women do.
I agree with you on that too. I agree with that.
We're all over. Most black women, they stay in, they don't really don't go outside of their community to date other races. They usually stay where they're comfortable. That's why most of the black women that you grew up with, you know their whole sexual history. You feel me?
Yeah.
Those cute black girls that you knew in high school, that you in your neighborhood, you know their first, you know their baby daddies, you know pretty much their whole sexual history.
That's a fact.
You can't, I mean, if you stay in the same community, you cannot take a black woman to a black event and it's 7 8 niggas in there, she ain't fucked.
Hmm.
That's where black women are limited, as far as like, because they don't really go outside. You don't hear them traveling, talking about, they going here, they going there, unless they're a celebrity or something like that. But I mean, if you just the average working black woman and you just in the black community, you're really going to deal with whoever, whoever's in your vicinity.
That's a fact. Everything you said, I can't disagree with it all.
But as far as back to that lady, man, that lady, she it's just so much, it's so much falsified shit she was saying. It didn't make no sense. But I mean, goddamn. I mean,
She said,
I,
bro,
man,
she said
yeah, you got to ask me some questions because I mean,
that
the shit. I mean, that's
fam.
just too
Let,
much
let
bullshit.
fam. All right. She said that we we impregnating them with our demon sperm. What do you think about that
Okay.
as far as um the responsibility on like because the thing is I'm not like like I'm not out here doing that. So
Well,
when
that's
she said
that's just
black men are
irresponsible on her part, and she sounds like an older woman too. She
right,
sounds like an old bitter ass bitch that some shit didn't work out for her. That's why I wish I could ask her questions like, does she have kids? You
believe me,
know,
man, if
was she ever
I wish I
was
could get
she
on the
ever
panel.
you know what I'm saying? Was she ever married? I mean, because I mean, I don't know if you had did your research on her or listened to some other videos of her, or like got some kind of insight. But like the space she was coming from was just a bitter space, and she's like promoting black women to hate black men and
That's all she do.
like talking about everything is toxic and all that old type of shit. But I just you know I don't know. Was the
No, you
next thing she was going to say was that she black women need to date outside their race
listen, like
and leave the black man alone?
under that video she had hashtag the shit was hashtag freaking divested Twitter.
There you go.
So you feel me? So you already called it out, the
There you
man. You
go.
already fucked up. You- I
I mean,
refuse to shoot.
the shit is so predictable, man. I mean,
You called it out like yeah, without even seeing it. Like I already did. Like all she does is bash black men. All she does is come
yeah.
from a bitter stand of point. I didn't watch at least like 4 or 5 of her videos, but this video in particular, I wanted to do live with y'all. But without further ado, we got I refuse to shoot in the building. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, my man? Is
What's up, champ?
everything good with y'all?
Yeah, man, everything good, everything good.
That's what's up, bro. My bad, man. I had to handle a whole bunch of bullshit, so appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you.
So
Appreciate you letting me,
I'm
come on. What's up?
saying though, did you catch some of the video?
I'm honestly, I haven't. I didn't get to watch it. I'm actually sitting here trying to watch, like, go back and watch and listen to it a little bit more, so I can catch what the girl was saying. It seems, but from the title, it says that black women are the most are the most submissive women on the planet.
That's what she was saying, and she kept saying that throughout the whole fucking video.
I could you. That's interesting. So what? All
Yeah,
right.
man,
So
you really had to catch the video though, man, because she was a delusional old. It sounded like she was on her damn bed, dirty ass, dusty ass bed,
oh
just
shit.
making videos ranting about black men.
So give me a breakdown like what she was saying. Like give me like an example for instance
You know what,
that call.
man? I'm gonna give you a little preview. Let's go back to a little bit of it, okay?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
We're
Let's
gonna
see
go.
what's going
We're
on
gonna go
here.
back to a little bit of it, man. If y'all haven't done so already, man, hit that like button, subscription button, and
Please
that notification bell.
hit that like bell for Mr. Okay, Let's Talk TV, man.
All
Please.
right, then. So for the sake of you just coming in, we gonna skip through it. We're gonna skate through it real quick. We ain't finna go too stupid.
You are the most submissive women. Black women, you are the most submissive woman on earth. I repeat, Black women, you are the most submissive women on earth, who is also loyal, supportive, and sweet. And don't let any Black man tell you otherwise. He's the only one walking around begging for submission from their women, which he does not deserve, that he already gets. It's all a psychological game and scheme with Black men. All these excuses to try to make themselves look good and use you as a scapegoat for the reason why you as a Black woman is not a suitable mate. I'm telling Black women right now, don't fall for it. If you still want a Black man, don't fall for it. It's all game. Black women is the most submissive women on earth, period.
All right, so that's just a little conundrum of what she just said. What's your instant reaction on that?
Um, I I can't really say that I can agree with her, but I don't disagree with her. You get what I'm saying? When it comes down
No,
to
I
it,
don't. I
all right,
don't. You gotta break
fair.
that down.
I would definitely break it down for you, no problem. So when it comes down to Black women being submissive, I definitely agree. Because if you think about it, the woman's act and the woman's right, if you think about the woman's act, tell me if I'm wrong, the woman act that came into law was by a whole bunch of white women who wanted their men to recognize them as people. Correct?
No,
You
you
remember this?
telling me? Go ahead. You telling me?
I want to come to an understanding with you, right? Are we right here? Am I right? I'm just using
I,
this as
I
an
don't.
example.
I don't know. I gotta go do my research on that part.
All right, fair. So I'm gonna just let it go. So Women's Act,
No, no.
white.
Break it down.
I will. So in the Women's Act, the white women weren't able to have to get the rights that they needed by themselves. So what did they do? They started rallying black women to help them. So when the black women started helping them, they started seeing more gains in the Woman Act right. So they were being really more submissive to white women than they were their own men. When you think about right now, if a black woman goes to work, when a black woman goes to work, many women too as well. I don't want to only put it on black women, but mostly black women will be more submissive to the check that they're receiving every 2 weeks than they would their own man. When you look at welfare, when you look at how welfare destroyed the black family in America, the reason why it broke off is because black women were more submissive to the government than they were their own man. They would have their man leave the house because they had to make sure that when the people came into the houses, they did make sure they didn't have no men's clothing in there, and they didn't have no black man in there, just so that they could
Wait,
receive the money. That their submission isn't to black men. I can tell you, I can understand when she says, yeah, they're submissive. That's why I can say yes and no. They're submissive to the wrong
so
things.
wait. So what you're saying? You said that they're not. They're more submissive to the government. Black women, right?
They're more submissive to what benefits them right now rather than in the future.
So in what ways are they submissive
I
as
just
far as
told you.
to a black man? No, 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 no. To a black man.
To a black man, it all depends on which black woman you get. Some black women, they're gonna stand tall with their man, with their
Let's
black
speak on
man.
the vast. Let's speak on the vast majority.
Well, we from what we see, the vast majority is that right now the most in the black family anyway are single black mothers raising black children. So the majority, of course, aren't submissive to black men. A black family right now is the minority in America. The black family. is the minority. So I can. That's why I'm saying there's a yes and there's a no. You understand what I'm saying?
Can't be a
I'm
yes and
not,
a no. Can't be
it,
that.
how can it not? This is politics we're talking about. This is reality of living in life right now.
And
We live,
in those politics of the
they
black
understood
community,
that black women were more submissive to the dollar than they were their man. The majority, but the minority they have no. There's no problem with the minority ever because they don't make the rules. The majority makes the rules. Am I
Right.
wrong here? So
No,
that's
you're
what
right.
I'm
The
saying.
majority does make the rules. So if that's the case, the majority rules, which would say that no, they're not submissive to black men.
But that's not the question though. She said that they said that black women are the most submissive in the world. The video didn't say that they were the most submissive to
But
black men.
that's what she
That's
was
what I'm
referring
getting
to.
at.
She was
yeah,
referring to
yeah,
black
she was referring to that, but she was lying. First of all,
Exactly my point. She was
we gotta,
lying.
yeah, we gotta identify the lie, and then we gotta put the truth on it because
And that's exactly
that,
what I was doing. That's what I was
yeah,
doing. I was telling
yeah,
you that
because
she's more submissive to the government and to whatever that may seems like it's benefiting her now. But in the future, in the long run, because of that submission being so clogged, they don't realize that having the black man in the house and being submissive to their man is way more important for the culture itself. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not sitting here saying that. I'm not sitting here and saying it. Okay, look, I'm not trying to walk in the middle line here. I'm just laying down the facts of what it is right now. You can say I'm playing it safe, but if I'm playing it safe, if I'm me, a black man playing it safe,
no,
how
no,
could
no.
I
I don't.
you know what I'm saying?
I
You
don't
can't.
think she's saying you playing it safe. What if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Jalen? What I think she's saying is there's not a yes and a no. You can't say I want government daddy and I'm gonna submit to him, and then because I submit to government daddy, it took me away from my submission to my man in the house. You can't say like I'm doing both. Like you can't ride the middle fence. Like you either submitting to government daddy or you a submissive woman to your man. And which is why I said she's talking about black men. Even though we know she lying, she referred it to submission to a black man.
I
right.
got
So
you.
let's take white
That's what I
daddy
think.
out of it. Let's take white
I think
daddy out
what,
of it and just focus on the black relationships.
but see,
As
that's the
far
thing. I
as,
didn't hear that. I'm going off of what I saw in the.
well, no,
I s-
she's talking about black men.
okay.
She was talking about black men.
Well,
But
I
we,
just
I
said
mean,
that it's
but
minority.
we understand that they respect their checks more than anyone, the
Right.
children, their mama's dad, anything. You know what I'm saying? The beneficial part, they're gonna, pretty much everybody respects that more than anything else. But what I'm saying, as far as
Hell
when
no.
OK asked about who do they respect, they only respect who they are, or they're only submissive to who they do respect. Every man across the board is not going to get submission from a woman, regardless of who he is, black, white, Asian, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's really who the girl respects, who the woman respects. That's the man that's going to be qualified to get it. You're not
Hmm.
going to, you know, you just not going to walk into a room and just get submission from every woman. She's going to have to like you some kind of way. She's going to have to respect you in some kind of way. And when you have a bunch of women that are taught, like this bitch right here is a typical single mother that teaches her children to hate black men and to disrespect black men. So when you got children up under the motherhood of this type of shit, this is where you get the disrespect. This is
Hmm.
where, and when you have that, you'll never get submission because you always gonna have that divide. You always gonna have that toxic shit that is not gonna allow these relationships to naturally happen.
Well, what we're not living in a natural time anyway, so I don't expect anybody to get together that's in a natural state of mind. Because right
Well,
now,
well, if you manufacture it, what are you going to have? You're going to have men that are got their shit together, and then a woman is going to fuck with you because of your bag, because you got this, and you in a certain position. So that right there is not. Um, I mean, is she fucking with you for you, or is she fucking with you for what you got
you'll never
and what
know.
position you're in?
It all depends on how you bring yourself to the table, how you bring yourself to that interaction. If you start off messing or talking to a woman, any woman, it doesn't matter, talking about how much money you have and you flaunting it and doing all that blase squaze, then of course you're gonna end up getting a woman that's not really into you for you. Now, if you have nothing and you go out here and you find you a chick that helps you grind and build up to the top to where you need to both be, then of course that person's going to be there for you because they're going to be there for the ups and downs of the obstacles. It's I don't suggest you trying to finesse your way in the draws or into any woman by just using money, because women are just built and set on living off of security. They want that security and that provision. But if you're showing them a sense of that, but not true security and provision, then they're just going to use you because, like you said, it's not respect. So the only way that person is going to get the respect from the woman is by testing her. And it's going to be usually something with the lack of his resources given to that lady. And then from there, she going to bounce because she never respected you in the first place. So some women ain't going to really women aren't really telling themselves that, hey, look, man, I need to find a man that's in the dirt that's ready to grind and put that work in. They're looking they're at the finish line, waiting for somebody, waiting for the people or waiting for the man to finish the race and pick and choose, instead of actually sitting here and say, you know what, I'm gonna run here with this bottle of water and make sure that he doesn't drown, he doesn't dehydrate on this long ass run. And that's a true helpmate. Women aren't being helpmates, bro. They're being put up as a prize, bro. They're being put up as a prize, and honestly and truthfully, it's some men's fault, and it's a lot of women's fault. And then you have stuff like the internet and social media that's in the middle of that as well. So everybody's mind is twisted.
What do you think the prize is that the woman brings to the table? Because
it's the relationship. The prize is the relationship, the foundation that was built, and the strength in that relationship, the loyalty and the trust in the relationship. The relationship is the prize. The offspring of what two dedicated people to each other bring out into this world is the prize. Because when you die, the only thing that's left is your name and your child, if you have any. But if you die not having any children or not having any resources left back for somebody, who were you? You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You were just another number for America. You were just another number, a number runner.
Right. I get that. I get that part. I mean, whoa. I mean, no. At first, we were saying that the woman, we think the woman is the prize. But if she's not bringing all those things, if she's not bringing loyalty and dedication and respect and all that, how is she the prize?
Exactly my point. That's what I'm trying to get.
Good point. Good question.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying you jumped the gun to a good bitch. We talking about the modern bitch
and that's
that we're dealing with.
And that's the problem with a lot of the social media shit that's going on right now, bro. It's just like when we give negativity to the motherfucking light, bro. Like, think about all the shit that's on Instagram and all this whatnot. Just a while ago, we just saw Blueface punch Krishan Rock's daddy in the face, and they fought, and that got more light than some kids probably graduating with their master's degree or some shit like that. It's all about. I'm telling you, bro. It's like what Confucius said, bro. He who controls the media controls the world, bro. And the media right now is just controlling us with negativity. I know it's hard to not sit here and talk about that because it's boring, But this right here is a lot more interesting to people. You feel me? So right now
Yeah,
we're telling women right now, look, what you're doing is wrong. What
yeah.
you're doing is
That's entertainment. That's
yes.
sensational entertainment, toxic nigga shit. But as far as say, okay, now let's put a solution on it.
Right.
Let's look for a solution.
Mm-hmm.
How can we turn this around to where we can try to get it at the root before it gets to this point, before it gets to the point where it's out of control. The media has more influence over the youngsters, and you know what I mean. So I mean, how can we turn this shit around?
Well, I'm only one person, right? That's the start.
Right, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying it in general. Just
Right.
not just not just you or me or whatever. But I'm like how can we turn it around? Because we're not the ones that's promoting bad shit in the media. You know what I'm saying? We see it, but if it could be different, how could we do it different
Just like how I
and
said,
be realistic?
we have to bring on way more better women and stop giving these people who want that attention just to build up their OnlyFans. A woman who's just building up their OnlyFans, or they're trying to build up this sex work. We have to separate the sex workers from real women. Sex workers,
Well,
right?
that's the end result. We talking about the root. They got to be raised before they get to
Hmm.
the adult decision
Understand?
stage of being a
Understand?
hoe or being whatever.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But
So
until men can go out here, bro, and start accepting a little more of these ugly women that they think are ugly, and start actually like sitting there and building with the woman, bro, that may not be that 10 that they want, learning how to be a little more settling when it comes down to that, and look at what she can do for you,
Hold
what
on.
she can do for you. Hold on now, hold
Hold
on.
on,
What she can
man.
do
Hold
for
on.
you.
Wait a second.
Hold
Most
on now.
niggas baby mamas is ugly.
Baby mamas, but they not marrying them. You would hit
A
me
lot of
on
a lot of a lot of a lot of these women that these dudes are marrying are not like all that fun.
Well, are we talking about the ones that are married, or are we talking about the ones that are out here causing all the fuckery?
I
Married.
mean, what when it comes to that though, what does looks and a rating have to do with that type of shit? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because however
It's
these kids are getting here, they're getting
right,
here by
right.
niggas having sex.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm talking about as far because the looks and all that is not raising these kids.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, as far as when you want
Actually,
to talk about the
it is part of it. Actually, it is part of it, raising kids, because that one chick, or a couple of them, that think that they're not actually beautiful because of what social media is saying to them.
I
Though
mean,
they're give me a second.
um
With them right there, they're actually in a defensive mode. They're not in a defense. They put up a defense wall, and when they put the defense wall up, they're not going to be sitting here looking for the men that actually likes them. What happens is that you're going to find a man that's going to take advantage of them, and then once he takes advantage of them, all roads lead left when it comes down to that, because then she's not going to have that confidence that she needs, that a man is supposed to actually give her, and she's gonna end up doing some crazy shit and might probably end up in OnlyFans or some crap like that, because she doesn't want a relationship. She's gonna say all men ain't shit, yada yada yada. Then we're gonna have
right.
another stereotype walking the motherfucking street. And like Jalen said, it all starts at home. You have if we're men, we understand that we have the most power, and we are the ones that actually dictate how most of these
and
women
that
how
No,
most of these women operate. Yes,
no,
we are.
no,
but
Yes, yes.
see
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to talk about. I'm
the
talking about
no.
home.
operate, bro.
I'm talking about the root
The root, the root,
before it gets to the social media and what somebody else thinks, right?
but the
Now
root will
we got
always
to talk about the responsibility of the
the root is
parents.
gonna always be human beings. If you're saying the root is gonna always be start with human beings,
Right.
us, me,
No, no,
you,
no,
Which are
no.
parents.
the
Right.
mother, the wife. Exactly, it's gonna always start with human beings. And like I said, when that little girl, when that little girl is on her journey of becoming a woman. I'm telling you, if it in the household it's messed up, 9 out of 10 times it's gonna mess up out there. She's gonna get messed up out there in the
Well,
world.
what if the household is good?
If the household is good, there's a bigger chance that she may not come out promiscuous. And
Well,
especially
when I was talking about results, I was talking about good results, not bad results.
Yeah.
We already know what what's going to happen with bad results and toxic moms and toxic dads or whatever. I was talking about a solution for the problems that we're talking about, and it starts at the root. Now, what are the responsibilities do you think a man and a woman should take before the shit even gets outside of the home?
Right, right. And just, let me read this comment real quick. She says, single mothers, Jalen Breezy says, single mothers are better off dropping their children off in a building and see how the child turns out. They end up teaching themselves anyways. Disagree with that. Single mothers shouldn't be single mothers. They should make better decisions. I agree with the bell. Like before they make them bad decisions, they should mitigate those decisions. You know what I'm saying? Zone last. Ray Hamler says they need to create the Great Wall of America in order to shit
I'm dead.
in order for shit to change. LOL. So serious. Briefly also says she doesn't necessarily have to be ugly. Ugly women are the most whorish anyways because they are easy to get. I would disagree. The finest woman actually be having like kind of the worst pussy. But yeah.
I put it to you like this. I understand that what you're saying is the root, but I'm telling you, all roads to what I'm looking at, bro, is going to look at the morality and the standards of the mother and the father being instilled into the child.
Right. So basically, what is the solution to how we gonna break the ice? How we gonna crack?
We all have the stats. We got the CDC stats of everything, right? Now, how do we combat those stats, and how do we form better relationships between man and woman to where the woman understands these stats, because it seems like the men are only presenting these stats to women. You know what I mean? And like just like in this video, right? She's saying something from a negative, toxic woman perspective, right? So how can it's kind of like this, right? Like say strippers become strippers at 18, but where are they at before before they make the decision and turn 18, right? And make the decision into stripping and owing or whatever. This is what I'm talking about as far as getting shit before it happens. So if this girl was reached before she made that decision, maybe she wouldn't make that decision. If most of these single mothers, which are raising these kids, they're going to have them in their custody until they turn 18. So once they're released out of their custody or going about their way, run away, get kicked out, whatever, they're only going to know what they've been taught.
And
but that's what
exactly. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I refuse. I refuse. I like what he said because we're gonna go back to what you said on the live the other day about that bird, about the bird in the nest.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. But
that's what he's saying. Like these ladies ain't getting no guidance. They ain't getting no guidance, and they just out here in the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're disagreeing with each other. We're just looking at the same road through different optics right now. He's looking at it. We're looking at it both from binoculars, but at the same time, one person is looking too far back, and one person is looking at right now. Right now, our morals and our standards right now are very twisted, and it's only going to get worse before the reset comes. But
right.
I'm just trying to
listen.
All I'm saying is this, right? If you both of y'all have a wife, y'all get a wife, and y'all have children, you're gonna try and install the best morale, the best standards you can possibly put into that child, right? But unfortunately, it's a society that we live in, and in this society, a lot of things are amok. So the only thing you can do to try and monitor your child the best you can, and make sure that they have all the options and the choices, all the options are necessary. You, a lot of parents don't talk to their children. They're not straightforward with their children. If you're more straightforward with your children, and they'll be less hesitant to come to you with a problem, they'll be less hesitant to tell you about something that's right or wrong or how they're feeling. It all roads leads
Fuck all that.
first to the you can't say that.
Listen, bro.
No,
Say that.
no, fuck all
The
that,
way you
man. Fuck all that.
You can't.
No,
You
so you
can't.
know, let me ask you this. Let me hit you with this. So, all right, let's say you are that parent that let your kid be straightforward in this society that you say it's inevitable, and you do all the right things for your child according to what you're saying. Even though you do all that shit, it's still because we live in a society that child still is going to be tainted from the world, and like there's no way to fix this.
I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're saying it because of society in the middle of the way, even if you install the best
No,
that you
no,
can.
you said society. You said something about the way society is. Even
Yeah,
if
the
you
way
raise your
society.
kids the right way, these
Oh,
kids are still gonna grow up and do their own thing. So there's no fixing this.
it's not that it's no fixing it. It's just that some kids are just running amok, not caring. I'm not telling you. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility of it being fixed, but all roads lead first with the mother and the father. It has to. Even if you're in a small society of people, say it's 50 people in the society, right? And out of those 50, 40 the families teach their children the right way how to live in this society. Now the other 10, they're doing the retardation of following the next person. Out of that 10 people, the 10 folks, they're gonna go out and do what they want to do, but there's still the 40 that's doing what's right for that small society. You can't look at what those 10 people are doing and say that that's completely wrong. You can use them as examples, but you can't sit there and just say, you know what, look, oh, their parents, didn't do right. Probably their parents did do right, but they just wanted to do what they want to do. Choices are going to be made, but you got to still be able to put the right things in your children's head, bro, in your children's mind, bro, and have a space for them where they can actually come back to you and talk to you about whatever the hell's going on in society, so that as a parent will know way more about what the hell's going on. You should know anyway what's going on way more than the child. Just because they're going through it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be able to come back to you and have a conversation with you about what's going on. Stay up to date. Do what you have to do with the society. You know it's a trash ass society in the first place. Most of these people don't have nobody to talk to. Most of these people don't have a place to call home. They don't have no family, no nothing. And those are the minorities right now that are running amok and making it seem like it's the majority when it ain't. It ain't. The majority of good people are the majority in this world. If this society was that bad, it would be pure chaos. We would see nothing but chaos. But America's still standing. The world is still standing. It may look like it's like all terrible right now because that's what's being thrown in your face. But the people who are actually doing right and living righteously and doing what they need to do, you don't see them on these things. Why? Because there's no need for it. There's no need for them to talk about it. Why? Why do they not need to talk about it? Because they're doing the work behind the scenes to make sure that their children don't end up in front of you saying, that's a bad kid right there. Or, damn, look what happened to them. There's no need for it because they're doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, there's no need for you to
there
talk.
is a need. There is a need for it. There is a need for people to speak up and talk, because you know why people just let shit go on, because they're afraid. They're afraid of what?
I don't know if it's fear, but I understand what you
It
get.
is fear. It is fear. Like, say at a school, like these teachers, they're dealing with these little bad attitude ass kids. They can't check these kids and say what they need to say to these kids, because they're gonna have a black bitch come up and act a fool at the school. So you walking on eggshells when you're dealing with these little bastards that's raised by single mothers. You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? So some people need to speak up. Like when you see a bunch of little niggas running around breaking out car windows and shit, are you just not gonna say something because you doing the right thing in your household? But you looking out the window and you just don't say nothing, you mind your own business. That's a lot of
I get what you're
that's
saying. Now you
how
say fear. I get what you're saying. Now you say afraid. I get
that's how a lot of the bad are getting away with the shit that they're getting away with because the good people are afraid to speak out about the bad.
so your solution. So I'm gonna go back to what you said. So the
But
solution
but
that you
well, my original solution, let's get back to the house. Let's get back to the home, right? If and we got to get to the relationship before the baby is even made. First of all, if you're not on the same page as the woman that you laying down with fucking, then y'all shouldn't be fucking.
okay? I can agree
For
to that.
one, because if you have your beliefs, and when you were saying we should be talking to the kids, no, men should be talking to their bitches. And the females should be talking to their men, because if you're creating a child, you need to be on the same page, and you
Mhm.
need to have the same beliefs, you need to have the same wants, you need to have a whole lot of shit in common if you're going to make this shit happen. But I hear a lot of smashing in this culture. We hear a lot of smashing and getting the draws and all this whole type of shit. So you have a lot of sexually motivated niggas that and since I've been on this YouTube and whatever, I see a lot of young niggas that are tricks. And I've never paid attention to the level of trickery with niggas, but I see a lot of trick shit on these spaces when I hear niggas talk, and they talk about getting passports and going to fuck bitches and just doing all kind of fuckery. So it's like a lot of niggas are sexually motivated and they're not thinking about, because it seems like we fucking first and thinking last. So of
Mhm.
course we're gonna have fucked up relationships. Of course we're gonna have toxic relationships. And the thing is, if you look at women as just being a sexual
Object.
a piece of meat or whatever the case may be, you know what she's gonna do? Look at you as being a dollar sign. This nigga
Yep.
got what I want, or what this nigga I got what this nigga wants, and I'm gonna see what this nigga's gonna do to get it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna charge him
Relationships.
for it.
Relationships have become very transactional more than just truly love. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So when you got all that toxic shit, you got a bunch of artists that promote the toxic shit. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's when are we gonna get back to reality and to some real shit? That's why when I asked you earlier, when I said how do you know if a woman likes you for you instead of what you want or what you got or
A
what kind
woman,
of position you're in?
a woman to let you know. The
Nope.
woman, a
Oh,
woman.
no. Circumstances will let you know.
Right.
She's
That's
not
what.
gonna let you know because she's gonna lie. Women
When I
lie.
say that,
Numbers
bro,
tell the truth.
remember when I said it now? Remember what I said, bro? If you run in a marathon, most of these women are at the ending of the ending of the line waiting to be chose. But the ones that are actually worth a damn, bro, are the ones that are running, or when you're running, they got a bottle of water making sure that you are not that you are that you rehydrated, bro. That you're still able to go on, bro. That's what I'm getting at when it comes down to that. I'm not
Where
saying
they at?
Fact.
hey, they are
Where they at?
they are at a lot of places, bro. They are you'll be surprised.
Name a couple places where a bitch is holding a bottle of water.
Where I'm at. Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Since
I'm
I
just
moved from me and OK Let's TV are from the same place.
Black
Right?
woman
uh-huh.
now. Like, we talking black woman now.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit.
Don't
Okay.
don't.
No. Because I would. It's tough. It's tough.
Take your hoodie off, nigga. You finna start sweating, man. Take
Wet right now, bro. Like, so, so since I've been out here, since I've been out where I'm at right now, I kid you not,
Where you at?
I'm in Florida, but I'm in Central Florida. So
Okay.
where I'm at right now, majority of the families that are here, you have interracial families, and you have other, and you have black families. Majority of the black people that I've met where I'm at right now are married. I'm talking about 12, 14, 17, 20 years into it deep. And I asked them, how the hell y'all do this? How y'all still together? And they all tell me the same thing.
What age are they?
They
Probably like in their 50s and 60s?
Yep.
The
70s?
lowest one, the
You
lowest
said
one.
20-something years.
Yeah, the lowest one.
So therefore, you don't look at them. Don't look at them. Look at their children. Their children they're in their 20s, late 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
Are they married?
I'm a little bit older though. I'm not hanging around. I'm not hanging around a whole bunch of young ones. But at the same time,
Well, you ain't hanging around 60-year-old, 70-year-old niggas either, are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I learn from the
Oh,
old
you-
folks. I don't learn from the young.
Anecdotal.
I
You hanging
understand
with them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
40. It's all about the age. I get a.
So when you see niggas that's 20, between 20 and 30, you close your eyes?
I don't close my eyes, no, but
You can't see them walking around in the malls with a fam. Those are the ones that got 2-year-old, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, like the late 20s. Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is it's not that I don't see them. It's not that I don't see them. You still have, I've seen kids, bro, at 25, 27, 28, around this area too as well, that are married, that have been married for a couple of years. Now it's still too young to say, but the majority of the people that I hang around are a little bit older. But all I'm saying,
bit. You said they in their 60s, late 60s and 70s. Nigga, what you do?
That's still a little young.
What you doing? You doing Uber Eats or something? How you hanging with these old niggas?
I do all that. Play pool. Hey, I play pool. I go out here.
I'm fucking with you, man.
Okay,
but I mean, what I'm saying is, yeah, I mean, the older generation, they're gonna be more stable as far as, because they ain't gonna be out in the clubs and they ain't gonna be on OnlyFans and all this whole type of shit. So yeah, we expect those people to be married, but I'm talking about marrying young like they used to back in the day.
If you want to see,
there's no women, that young hot to trot ass women that are talking about marriage. It's usually the men that are talking about marriage, because the men are talking about trying to find a fit, feminine, submissive woman. You know what I'm saying? When are you hearing a bunch of spaces where women are out here looking for a masculine man so they could be submissive to? They're not saying that. It's like the men are trying to promote this on every show you can think of. You know, they gotta let it be known that they're alpha, that they're masculine, that they're this or that, right? And then they use that talking point of Kevin Samuels, they want fit, friendly, submissive, whatever, right? The baby boomer generation, they were getting that, and they didn't have to advertise it. We advertise it so much, and we talk about other shit. It's like a combo. It's like a gumbo pot of bullshit. At one point, you're asking for submissive, but then on the other end, you're paying for hoes. And you you know what I'm saying, and you you know what I'm saying, you're feeding the bitches that disrespect you. with these OnlyFans bitches, these motherfucking Instagram bitches. They getting money from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, are you saying you want submissive because you treating the hoes better than the bitches that you want to be submissive? You see what I'm saying?
Because it's gotten a lot easier. It's a
You'll
lot
go to
easier.
you'll go to Subway and treat that bitch that's making a sandwich like shit. But this bitch at the strip joint, you treat her like a goddess.
It's easier to make a relationship like a transaction rather than actually putting in the work for male and female.
But the result you get is going to be a shitty result.
Of course. Of
You're
course.
you're not going to be able to maintain that. And at some
Exactly.
point you're gonna be fucked off, and you know, and then you're gonna be like a dirty foes.
Mm.
You're gonna be bitter as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's what I'm
No,
getting at.
you
You
ain't
know what I'm
lying
saying?
though. You're not lying.
Like when I go out to like the other day, I went to a football game with my girl. I went to a high school football game, and the majority of the people that were in the stands, they were people who she went to school with, and when we talked to them, they were married. Now I'm 30. I'm 32. She's 29.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, so they were just going out to support their kids. You know what I'm saying, and it was crazy. So I was just like, okay, maybe there is a chance. Maybe there is still a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? For relationships, for true relationships rather than transactional relationships. Majority of what we see online were just transactional relationships. Real talk.
Right.
Like,
But
I
you
don't.
gotta have, but you gotta have, first of all, as far as a man, and even though, even though I feel like a woman should have just as much or more responsibility in this shit than a man, it seems like they're not gonna take that responsibility and accountability. So therefore, us as men, we need to take control, and we need to have more discipline about ourselves and not put our seeds in these bitches that are not qualified to carry our children.
I agree 100%.
And that's where
I'm second that.
as far as getting to the root, that's where we're gonna have to start changing, because if we gotta keep getting the courts involved in our relationships, then we shouldn't have these relationships. If
Can
I
I
if,
agree.
if black men if black men and black women can't take care of this shit, like on the streets, we got to keep going to the white man to separate us and do all this type of bullshit. Then these are the type of conversations we need to have before we start having a meeting of the hips and the
I
lips.
agree.
We got to have a meeting of the minds.
Right.
And like when we argue with black women and do all this type of shit, I mean, you know, hey man, in the first couple sentences, you could already tell that they ain't the bitch for you. You know what I'm saying? If you get in a whole bunch of disagreement about your beliefs and how you think shit should be, because when you let her take the wheel,
Nah,
you're
10
you're
times
no
harder to
longer
get the
you're no
situation.
longer in control.
You're gonna leave
You're no longer in
ramifications.
control of the situation. So you're following her lead, because a lot of times I mean, as far as a lot of these niggas, they talk a good game on the internet, but in real life, the bitch has you. You don't have this bitch
Mm-hmm.
because you're chasing a pussy. You cannot separate that bitch from her pussy. It comes as a package. So therefore, you need to get the bitch first. That the pussy comes along with it.
I totally agree.
A lot of niggas do a lot of sexually motivated shit. They move in with a bitch, your argument away from being homeless. Then you start trying to lay down some rules and shit because you done listen to some couple niggas on a podcast and shit. You try this shit at home and it ain't gonna work, because the way you start is the way you finish. When you start as a man and remain a man, you're gonna end a man. So therefore, when if this shit don't work, nigga, you part ways like the Red Sea, nigga, and go on about your business. Ain't none of this old toxic ass Jerry Springer arguments and all this old type of shit. Didn't work. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't know how to let go. A lot of times when you let go, you can grow. You can grow as a man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And with that toxicity, with that toxic shit, the niggas has been raised by their single moms. They don't know how to let go of a woman that is toxic and that is not for them because they got them abandonment issues. They want to hold on to that shit. Nigga, keep it moving when it don't work. But don't be afraid to have them conversations of what you want.
Y'all both
Because
ever took
it's really about what you want. And if you're trying to get submission, you gotta hey man, you gotta have somebody to cooperate first. You know what I'm saying? Because every bitch ain't just gonna submit to some shit she don't want to submit to. It's not gonna work. It might be temporary, but when you talk about that long run and that marathon you was talking about, somebody holding the water, nigga, you gonna get to the end of that race and ain't nobody gonna be there with that water.
Right.
but if she on the same moral compass as you are, and she on your
That's
type,
why you got it. That's why you got to talk about that before you even start running, because you
Right.
gonna run and you're gonna be dehydrated like a motherfucker because that bitch ain't gonna be there because y'all was on some falsified shit and you didn't really vet her and
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
didn't
a
have no agreement upon what the mission was about.
right. I'm an
You know what I'm
advocate of
saying?
not, and I'm an advocate of not trying to like just lock one down. I'm an advocate of having multiple and choosing yours. Like I don't want to go one by one with a female. Like okay, this didn't work next, and then one. Nah, man. I'm an advocate of having multiple females.
you like polygamy or what?
Um.
No, I ain't say
So
polygamy.
Okay.
I mean, but so I mean, like, okay, so are you gonna lie to one saying you only fucking with her?
No,
All right, as long as you
What you
open,
going? No, I'm just saying. What you going? I mean,
no. When I say that, I don't necessarily mean having multiple females, in relationships wise, which I do condone if you can handle that. But what I mean is like if you're in the dating market as a man, um, talking to one female, I'm not an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of having a pool of females that you can at least.
so you're not
If
you're not gonna commit.
it's
you
not
gonna
that he just said
you
he
gonna
has the
commit to the
options
one that
open.
right. Your options are open until you vet the right one, and you can commit to the right one.
Okay. So what about? Are you open to that female having multiple dudes?
No,
That don't make no
Okay.
sense. You're not
So
I'm not
so
open to that. I'm not
no,
open
hold on,
to
hold on,
look,
hold
look, hold on.
on, hold on, bro,
No,
hold
no,
on, hold on.
look. Let me say this real quick though. I'm not open to that on my end. But if
okay.
that's what she's gonna do, I ain't gonna pick her. I'm move on to the next
But
one.
how are you? How is she gonna know what you like and don't like unless you tell her?
I'm gonna keep it with 1,000 with her. I ain't finna lie.
Well, you ain't. Well, you just. I mean, if you telling her, hold on, bro. If you telling her that, hey, I want to fuck with multiple bitches, but I don't want you to fuck with multiple dudes.
What it's not necessarily me telling her, which is why I kind of opened up by saying having a pull. Now, once you vet the correct one, then you kind of mitigate that. And if I'm gonna take a girl serious, me personally, I'm not finna be fucking multiple bitches. But if I am dating females, if I'm open, they gonna know that you ain't the only one. That's what I'm saying. So if I get serious with a female, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, little baby," you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be fucking other girls, but I want to take you serious. I'm not gonna sit there and tell the female that, and I'm not gonna act upon that. That's not what I'm necessarily going to do. But again, if I'm
Okay.
in the dating market, I'm definitely
Okay.
going to be open.
All right, bro. Let me ask you something personal, bro. Have you ever had two bitches at the same time?
As far as a threesome,
As far as two bitches at the same, I ain't talking about just a one night threesome. I'm talking about nigga. I'm talking about two bitches at the same time.
yeah,
I ain't talking about a one night stand. Now I ain't talking about just no threesome. I'm talking about
He talking about some
both of
get ready
these. Both of these. Both of these are my bitches, and they
yes.
know they both of these are my
What
bitches.
I they know. Nah, I
And
ain't
they
never
come
had.
over, they cook, they
Nah,
come
nah,
over, they cook,
nah,
they
nah, nah,
clean,
nah. Never
they
had that. No, never had that. No.
okay.
That's why I asked him about polygamy at first.
I thought
but
because when you said it, I had now that you said that way. No, I never had two bitches that knew they was my bitch, and it's like both of them
Right,
would come with.
right.
No, I never had that.
So basically, if you got it like that, you don't have to lie or you don't have to hide. So,
Facts.
because like say if you a dude, you dealing with multiple females, and if and you don't want these females, obviously, if they're not getting the most out of you, they're gonna shy away and fuck with other dudes because they're gonna have dudes on their line too, especially with the social media game. Like these bitches is way more deep than dudes
Oh
than we
yeah.
are with
Oh yeah.
bitches.
Best believe I know that. Best believe I know that part.
You see what I'm saying? So as far as and see, this is a rarity. A rarity is a nigga telling the bitch the truth, right? Because a lot of
Right.
niggas is gonna lie to play that game.
Right.
Don't you think a bitch would respect you more telling the truth and being a real nigga? Because
Yeah.
you're gonna be a rarity versus them niggas to be lying for some pussy.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be straight
I
up.
agree with you.
When I was younger, I used to play the lie game a lot. You feel me? I used to play the lie game a lot when I was high school type shit. You know what I mean? But you strike out a lot. But when I started getting more truthful to women, real talk, I couldn't believe how much ass I was getting.
Well, usually when you lie, you gotta lie. You gotta keep lying to cover up for them lies.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
tell
I thought
the truth is forever. The truth is, you know what I'm saying. You can stand on the truth, and not only that, but you could. I mean, the female that's fucking with you, you give her opportunity to accept what you talking about
And
or
make
leave you alone. Now,
make
if they accept what you're talking about, then that means that they agree to what you want and the truth, which is the truth, right? And she gonna be like, damn, ain't no other nigga came at me that real. She
hmm
gonna have to, she gonna respect that because this is a different nigga, and you can stand on, bitch. You ain't never fuck with a nigga like me.
I agree with that. I'm an advocate of keeping it 1,000, and that was
Absolutely.
that really was never my prerogative, even since I was young. Like trying to lie to females and trying to spit game. Like as a matter of fact, like when a woman be like, "Oh damn, you spitting game, you saucing it up." Like in my mind, I usually always think like I'm just keeping it 1,000. I'm just keeping it real. It's just the way I talk. So I never really was the type to kind of like try to like trick a girl into her panties. I just always just kept it 1,000 with my intentions.
Yeah.
That shit always worked for me.
Right.
when I was legit, not me. When I was legit,
Even when I was a jit.
when I was legit, it's not even a sense of lying. It was just a sense of it's not even manipulation. It was just talking to him on a different route. But ever since once I got sat down and got told again and got told what's really real. I just knew the truth to set you free. Less work, no hard work no more. Then I didn't need no more hard work. I didn't have to work that hard anymore. I just had to. I just put the option out there and just live with her choice. I didn't have to force her choice. Just it is what it is now.
It's a fact.
Yeah, man. I just think we need to stop playing games with each other, man, and tell the truth, man. Because a lot of people, I mean, a lot of these females, man, they hurt, man. A lot of them are hurt from the gate
So with
because
that being said,
it's their mothers.
Bell, let me ask you before
Go
you go
ahead.
before you
Go ahead.
crank up. So should we really be holding women a lot more accountable than we holding men accountable, bro? Regarding this shit, because it's really about we know these women are hurt, messed up in the head, tormented, all this whatnot. Hold on, let me hear this out. Hear me out. Is it the fact that that most men we know some bitch ass niggas lied to women, got their heart all twisted and torn up, and fucked it up for a majority of the men who are actually trying to be real and trying to be truthful out here to really, make a woman a woman into a real woman and have her on your side and doing all this whatnot that you need done. Is it really the woman's fault or is it really the man's fault?
See,
Let's
I,
keep it
I
real.
I I like that question. That's a real good question. Real quick, I just want to say this. I just want to point this out. I'm not here to hold people or hold a woman accountable. I'm here to tell people they should hold themselves accountable. You feel me? That's what I'm here for. So I just wanted to point it out. Go ahead, Bill.
Um, the reason why I said more so on the woman's part because you can't get pregnant. She can.
Okay.
Now, if you know, it is her body, her choice, all that type of shit. Once a man does what he does, it's really up to her whether she gonna keep the baby, whether she gonna do whatever to the baby, keep it from you, whatever, right? So with so many women talking about men ain't shit, whoop whoop whoop, just like this toxic bitch, I think they should be more success. I mean, you know, they should be more cautious of who they fucking with and who they letting run raw up in them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And the reason why and another reason why, because even though you know, men, you know, we said we run shit, you know, we the head of this, we the head of that, or whatever. A lot of what we do is sexually motivated, and I think if a woman wanted that certain type of man that they end up looking for, like after they, you know, after they got 100,000 miles on them, then they want to talk about they want a real man and a good man or whatever. Like if these if these younger women, if they would require that a man had his shit together, a man because you know you see a lot of thug niggas, they get rewarded with pussy. You see a lot of niggas coming out of prison, they get rewarded with pussy. So why are these niggas getting rewarded with pussy if these bitches say they want a good man? Shouldn't they
Good
be
question.
fucking with shouldn't they be fucking niggas in college or niggas with a job? That's why I
I think
say
so.
the that's why I say women are should have more responsibility on them because they're the ones that fuck with these nutting ass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stop fucking with these nutting ass niggas, don't you think it would motivate these niggas to get their shit together?
Without a
If
doubt.
every bitch closed her legs right now and said no nigga is coming in here without a degree, no nigga is coming out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Colleges would be full. Colleges would be full
You
certificates.
motherfucking right. And niggas will be at the unemployment line, nigga, getting jobs like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all this shit would be turned around. If you know, if we held each other accountable and we were like, hey man, we went to this white man and we really said Black Lives Matter. If black on black crime, if a motherfucker commit black on black crime at white man, could you give them double the time? if
Right.
if we started holding each other accountable like that, our standards are raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to raise a standard. So it's either it's going to be the men or the women. So if the women are if they in denial about this shit, then that means the men we need to keep our motherfucking condom on. Stop getting these bitches pregnant.
That's right.
But that's what I said. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said that our moral our moral compass and our standards, bro, are way off track. It's way off track. Just like everything now in life right now, bro. Our relationships, even when it comes down to male relationships, is some things, bro. And I'm not saying just sexually. It's just transactional. It's what can you do for me now, and rather than you know what, I go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, bro. I got your back. If you mess up, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, or I'm on my grind and you on your grind. You know what I'm saying, and even if we don't see each other for years upon years, at least we know we still got each other back, and we're just a phone call away.
Yeah, and
It's
that
like,
right there is fading away like a motherfucker because,
yeah,
hey man, I'm telling you right now, the dislike black people have for each other is turning to hate,
but sadly,
Mm-hmm.
and that's man on man, that's man on woman, woman on woman. It's just a lot of black hate going on around here, man, and most of it is because of us. And we talk about the white man and this and that and all this type of shit, man, but we hate the shit out of each other, and
For
we
no
will kill
reason.
each other before we'll kill anybody,
yeah,
and we'll try to find a reason.
I've yet to see a riot break out because a black person um deleted a white cop or something like that, bro. I've yet to see it, bro.
You've yet to see a riot of a nigga killing a nigga.
Yeah, what you,
That's true too.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm getting at. I'm just glad you added that on. I'm just saying I've yet to see riots because of that. But you'll see it. You'll see the issue take place when a white person kills a black person, and then
Well,
everybody
because it's going to be racially charged.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
always going to be racially charged. And see, the thing is, so do you think every white cop that kills a black man is a racist?
Nah. Mm-mm.
Why is it always deemed that in the media?
Good question. I just know that some people out here, some people are truly just psychopaths, bro.
So
It's
you mean to
victim
tell
role.
me I can be a police officer for 15 years, right, on the force,
Mm-hmm.
and I kill a nigga in my 15th year, and now I'm a racist?
I'm not saying no. You ain't gonna, I'm not saying
I had 15 years to kill as many niggas as I wanted to.
it took 15 years to decide to do that.
It's not a
No,
decision. It was an incident.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm being sarcastic, but
Okay.
I'm not. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at it like every police officer is racist or anyone that does that is racist. I'm looking at it as like they're just sick in the head. It's either psychopaths or it could be an incident. You know what I mean? Because things happen, or it could be that they're racist. But
Well, a
it's
lot of black people,
never just racist.
once you get emotionally charged on something,
Your mind blanks
you
out.
ignore details.
Yeah, your mind get foggy.
I want you to tell me in the last 5 cop killings of a black person, how many cooperated?
There was only one that I really seen. One, and it was that black kid. He was with his girlfriend in a white car. I can't remember what it was, but they shot him though. He was in the passenger seat. I can't remember how it went down, but I remember that one.
Exactly. I know what you're talking about. The one in Minnesota, Orlando Castile.
Yeah, with the dreads. Yeah, him.
Yep.
That was the only one that I really seen that he was cooperating, but he just said nah, and off them.
Right.
Wait,
Out of all
wait,
this is
that
in
was
Minnesota.
that was in where? Oh, okay, never mind. All right.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Okay, well that's one.
that's all I got.
And that was it, huh?
That's the only one I remember.
So why did all them other ones get so much motherfucking attention?
Just like how you said, bro. It's you want to stir emotions, bro. Through chaos comes opportunity, bro, and that's all they were looking for, an opportunity.
Yeah.
So it was, bro.
You seen that black dude that and I think it was in Fort Myers that jumped out the car with like a mini rifle or some shit like that and started pistol whipping the cops, damn near trying to shoot all the cops and shit.
Nah,
I ain't seen that.
Something.
Is that
Yeah,
something recent?
That happened like 2 years ago, some shit like that. It
Yeah.
went viral fast, but there's a lot of incidents like that in Florida. There's a
I
lot of
mean,
incidents like that.
that's
I
Florida,
mean,
bro.
so when we talk about that type of shit, man, I mean, instead of promoting all this hatred and all this racism type shit, shouldn't we be telling our children to cooperate, not to try to hold court in the streets, especially with authority? So when you teach your kids to hate the father and you the type of bitch that you can't tell me nothing, and you teach your kids that they can't be told nothing, this is what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna raise niggas that's really gonna commit suicide because somebody's gonna kill that motherfucker. Somebody's gonna deal with them if you don't treat them or you don't teach them how to conduct themselves properly in society. They always gonna be somebody's problem. And you can have your kids and do the best with your kids, teach your kids the best, give them everything they need. But guess what? they gon' they gonna collide with one of the motherfuckers that ain't been taught right.
Hmm.
And so you can sit back and think, oh, we doing the right thing. It ain't my problem. Them kind of niggas that don't, that, that because they do the right thing. They look out the window, they see a lot of bullshit going on. It ain't none of their business, so they don't say nothing. That might be your problem one day. Because your kids got to be out in society dealing with this type of shit.
Now I'm not saying just because you. Now hold on, now, because I remember I said that earlier.
I know, nigga. That's why.
Now, mind you, now. If
Go ahead.
If you're raising your children to be right,
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna raise them to still protect what you think, what you hold dear to you, though, or protect other people around you. Yeah, you're not gonna leave that out because I've never.
I agree with you.
I've never have I ever been in a situation, bro, where I see somebody in some type of danger, bro, and I stood back. Unless I know for a fact that it's the type of like you can be brave. Ain't nothing wrong with you being brave.
Well,
But
not even. I ain't talking about a saving type of situation. I'm talking about a correcting type of situation.
give me an example.
Like, okay, you see some kids doing something fucked up. You don't want to say nothing to them because they're not your kids.
I mean, I did that today. I did that tonight, bro. We had a Chinese
Well, this is
buffet. Oh, okay.
and this is what I'm saying. We need to correct what is incorrect.
Mhm.
And who gives a fuck about the backlash?
The outcome.
Can't no single mama whoop your ass. Fuck
get
what
what
she talking about. Who cares about the backlash? And that's the problem. We are so scared of the backlash because we got so much fucked up shit going on in the black community. It don't make no motherfucking sense. And you got a whole bunch of niggas that act like they scared of black women. They scared of telling them the truth face to face for the fucked up shit that they do. It's like a lot of niggas are training black men to be scared of black women and white men. So they only lash out we only lash out at each other with this testosterone and whatever, kind of showing our masculinity with going at each other and not this woman that's raising this nigga to not like you in the first fucking place. We got so many. I mean, it's so much, man. We got so much dysfunction in our black community. We shouldn't even be talking about the white man. We shouldn't be talking about no other race besides our race and getting this shit under control.
Yeah.
It should be we should really have a civil war of niggas and black folks.
Oh shit.
we got to learn how to separate ourselves from these niggas, man.
You serious about that?
Nigga, I'm serious as a heart attack.
I can understand separation, but a civil war? Shit.
What you mean?
When you look at it, though, every other race has done that, though. Many races have done that, though.
Man, we condone some of the most fucked up shit. I mean, look at what we call culture.
Gang.
We got the most detrimental culture of any race. We call it culture, but we live in America. We don't do African shit here. We do European shit and put a nigga twist on it.
You ever heard of Thomas Sowell?
Yeah.
So I'm reading his book, one of his books that said it's called Black Rednecks and White Liberals. Mm-hmm. That's a book.
Heard of that.
You need to read that book, but you need to read that one there. It shows you how majority of the black folks that live down in the South and stuff like that, and even in the North, they've partaken in the cultures that were actually the worst form and try to make the best out of it. So when they try to make the best out of it, they're not realizing that it's still bad for you. So now everybody else is starting to look about that and look at how good they're making it look, and they're taking advantage of it rather than doing what's right for your culture. So now we're stuck in this phase where we're just continuously doing what's wrong, and people like majority of the people now, they like what's wrong. They like doing what's wrong. They like being outlaws. They like being away from what the government is trying to do for you and tell you. So in turn, what you're doing right now may look like it's great to a lot of people, but there's a lot of people suffering from what you're doing as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good book. It's a good book. Everything
Right.
that we're talking about right now, bro, is definitely in that book. Financially, you know what I mean, economically, culturally, everything
Well,
that they were.
I'm talking about shit in my head right now,
Nah, I get you, bro.
and
But it's
I'm talking about with these niggas. Hey man, tell me something positive about black culture.
the unity
What?
Unity of what?
of
Where?
ignorance.
There we go.
Is it's
It is what it is.
at least we know we can make money, even though we don't save money. We can make money. That's the positive thing about it. We just don't. We just can't identify that. You know, what I mean, we can
Well,
change our way around if we actually take hold of our money. But we definitely have the ability to make a lot of money with our culture because our culture is
So,
very, very addictive.
so where's the butt at?
I just said it.
What's preventing us from doing it? The white man,
No,
the
us.
government, the
No,
government,
no,
right.
us,
the system.
bro. Us,
Right.
us, us. The lack of knowledge, bro. It's just the lack of knowledge. Majority of the black community, bro, is not gonna sit here and go to a library and try to learn economic freedom. They're not gonna sit here and try to learn
You,
group
I,
economics,
I
like
mean,
how like how
a
Black
lot. I
Wall
don't.
Street did.
I would argue that a library doesn't teach you that.
Shit.
Hey,
Okay.
hey,
The,
hey. Them 70-year-old black people that you know that's married. Did they know economic freedom?
well, they ain't broke. They ain't
Did
poor.
they read those books?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
They probably didn't, but they're together.
You're right. You're definitely right.
Hmm.
So why do we got to get our common sense out of a book?
I'm talking about common sense. Some
No, it
things
is. It is.
it ain't common sense.
I mean, we got to disconnect. We got a
Except
major disconnect
you're
between the old and the young, and it's
common sense
always
ain't
some
that
kind of.
easy. Common sense ain't that easy. A lot of people don't have common sense. Common sense is something that you develop over time. Common sense is something. It's not that easy to say. Oh, we can just we not using common sense. Common sense
Um,
is a mixture of many different things. Like critical thinking is one of them, and be able to be decisive and many other things. It's not just calling it common sense.
where do you think you get it from?
Experiences and knowledge. You
And
learn
being
knowing how to put knowledge into wisdom.
and being around people that got it right.
That's where the wisdom comes in. That's where that's how you learn it. Yeah, experiences. The experiences there's two ways to learn experience and gain wisdom. Either from going out there and doing it by yourself, or learning from somebody else doing it and failing, and you don't do what they did.
Hmm. So when we talk about, uh, you hear a lot of niggas talk about baby boomers, right? Like they blame shit on baby boomers.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot lately. I don't understand that.
You
I
don't
don't understand.
understand why they do that.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do that now.
I don't either, because I mean, like it seems like some niggas they always want to be the Monday morning quarterback, right? And talk about and be critical of what other people have done in the past, and like try to be critical of how they did it and how they should have did it and all that. But you see niggas this right here in 2020 ain't doing shit. They wouldn't know what to do if they were in those type of niggas shoes. They wouldn't know what if they were a slave and you in survival mode, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if niggas think they got it hard now, imagine how they had it then.
Especially with a lot more restrictions too.
And you got way more resources now. You got, I mean, we talking to each other on the internet, and we in different states, we in different time zones right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
the baby boomers, they didn't have this kind of access. So as far as for a nigga that's sitting around drinking, smoking cigarettes, talking shit about a baby boomer,
It sounds like you watch the Fight Club, bro. You ever watch the Fight Club on here?
I watched it a couple times, and I mean, you know, it's really like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck these niggas are talking. I mean, they're just arguing to be arguing. I mean, I've never, I mean, I watched it a couple times. Have you ever seen anybody coming out with some knowledge?
The Angry Man drops some knowledge from time to time. Angry Man,
He drops
What?
knowledge.
Are you
but
kidding?
You said he
No,
drops knowledge, but who does he listen to?
I don't know.
Does he know everything?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so
I haven't heard.
I mean,
nothing
I've
new from Angry
I've heard him argue with a guy named OG Speed.
I think I remember. I think I know.
He's like about 63 years old.
You talking about that old black guy? Yeah, come on,
He's like 63 years old with
yeah.
living experience, common sense, living experience. A nigga that can teach you how to get 63 years old.
Yeah.
But you want to talk shit about that man? You want to argue? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard a couple arguments, and I'm just like, I'm listening to niggas how they have disrespect and disdain for older people. Like the older people are their problems. When you know you got so much shit going on that's right up under these new generation niggas' noses with all this gay shit, all this black on black crime, all this niggas want to talk about, oh, the white man is doing you niggas wrong with your record deals and all that old type of shit. You don't think these artists know that shit?
They know that. They know exactly what they're doing.
So if we ain't artists, why would we even give a fuck? These niggas got way more money than us and they ain't doing shit for you. Why are we so concerned about some degenerate ass niggas that's teaching your kids how to do drugs and do stupid shit? Who gives a fuck about these goddamn rappers?
It ain't, and you know, majority of the time it's not even the rappers, bro, that are literally like that are making a way. It's the yes men around them.
It's the rappers.
I'm telling you,
it don't matter about no yes. I mean, who gives a fuck if a nigga telling them yes or no? It's the niggas is doing what they don't.
When they inside that booth, when they get inside that booth and they want to be like, oh yeah, this hard, this tough. You know, you are your worst critic, right? Now, if you got people around you though that's saying, nah, that shit trash. Nah, that shit ain't gonna help the culture. Nah, this ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do this. Nah, that ain't gonna do that.
Well, what about the artist himself taking responsibility for what he's doing?
No, I'm not taking away responsibility from him.
I mean, as far as yes men and all that shit, I mean, now we putting the blame on niggas that's around the nigga that's doing the fuck shit.
I am putting accountability.
If the nigga that's making the money is doing the right thing, he could tell them niggas around him to do the right thing. Usually it's not gonna work to where the nigga that's making the money is not gonna listen to the nigga that ain't making the money.
It's a fact.
I can get what you.
I mean, it just ain't gonna work like that. Because if we continue to say, oh man, if he would have did this or if he would have did that, then we'll never have that. It would never be, because it's only gonna be one nigga in a group of niggas making the most money, and that's gonna be the leader. So ain't nobody gonna tell this nigga what to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody told Whitney Houston to stop doing drugs, but when she died, everybody was crying and shit, singing her songs at her funeral.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Guys, check it out, man. We reaching that 3 hour mark. I planned on a 1 hour one. Right. I planned on a 1 hour, but this was a great one, man. It was a real good show. I appreciate you for coming on the bell. Appreciate you for coming on. I refuse to shoot. Any last words before we close out?
Shit, man. I just man, we just need to talk, man. We need to talk more, man. And we need to talk, have open conversations with black women, and we need to be more well-rounded instead of just talking about certain things like submission and this and that, man. We need to talk about relationship. We need to talk about the future. We need to talk about uh how we gonna change how the present situation is with black people, because we can only do it with black people.
It's a fact. That is a fact. That's a fact. I refuse to shoot. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Look, I look at. He spoke for the both of us, bro. When it came down to it, it's bigger than just. It's bigger than just. Just trying to have control over one another. It's about having control over the intentions that we have. So it's are you gonna do what's right, or are you gonna continue to do what's wrong? Because if you continue to do what's wrong, you're gonna go left. If you do what's right, you might go right. So I'm just saying there's more to talk about than just one situation. Even though right now it's getting a whole bunch of popularity, we still got to make room for what's really important, and that's our livelihood. So that's all I got.
100% agreed.
All right, y'all. Peace, man. Y'all have a good night, y'all.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you again, bro.
Okay, bro. All right, y'all.
And I second both of these brothers excerpts, man. We just need to have these conversations, which is why I created this channel called Okay, Let's Talk TV, because it's a space where we can go back and forth. As you can see, me and RTS TV, and even me and the Bell, we disagreed on points, we agreed on points. We get to talk, build, learn, and expose the true nature of black folks actually having the real conversation that we do need to have. That being said, again, I do appreciate you for coming on. I refuse to shoot TV,
No doubt.
Y'all stay tuned, man. Okay, Let's Talk TV is in the building. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button on the way out, and we are out, man.